Whistle with the pen, I'm learning life. My thirst is divine, words inspire with perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning lines, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Perfect. Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. 2 days away from our first top 6 game of the season, Chelsea versus Tottenham. Hopefully, it's a standard W as always, but we'll delve into that more later on in the video. Big up everyone that's locked in. As always, smash the like and subscribe button. Check out Jerseys FC in the description below for all your best high-quality football shirts. And also use the code CarefreeLewisG to get 20% off. Check out Flawless's new track, Pray for the Ops, down in the description below. Yes, Assad, that is Flawless. Check it out. And yeah, he is. Big up the fucking... what's his group called? Take No Army or something. I'm not sure. I really should know. But check it out in the description below because he's fucking sick. And that's my guy, as always. Big up everyone that's locked in. Andreas, E1, Ilya, Shaq, Senegalese Maldini, Assad, Walter, David, Satimo Werner, SU, I think Shaq again. Big up everyone. We got over 100 of you guys in here. Wavy, Naj, Shano, Santiago, Aluvra. I hope I didn't butcher that. Ragnar Lothbrook, Big Ron, Liam Lane, Bobby. Big up everybody that's in here. Let me know you guys' thoughts on all of the topics down in the description below. Plenty to get into in today's stream. Frenkie de Jong? No, there's nothing to talk about on Frenkie de Jong. Or the Aubameyang situation, or the Fofana one. But there's other topics that have come out. Hakim Ziyech and Man United pulling away from any interest in the winger from, well, our winger obviously. But yeah, Man United have pulled out of any Ziyech interest despite Ten Hag being interested. So we're going to go into that. Havertz has links with Bayern Munich that I don't think would happen this window, potentially in the next summer window, but we'll talk about that. A third bid for Fofana should be dropping very soon, allegedly. And there's also little bits and pieces on Adama Traore and Batshuayi. But yeah, not too much on the De Jong front. But we will say things are happening. And if you want to know what's happening, let's get to 200 likes. All I'll tell you guys, though, 48 hours. 48 hours. And something should happen. If not, 48 hours till kickoff. And then I'm still right. But yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. We got nearly 200 of you guys in here. Let's try and get to 200 likes. Let's see what you guys are saying. Chelsea OG says, see you on Sunday. Yeah, I'll be at the game. So yeah, if you're about, hop in for a fan cam or something. I'm not saying what midfielder should we get. We haven't really been linked with anyone other than Nunez or De Jong. So I'm not too sure. I already said, like, in past streams that if there's one area of the pitch that I don't think gets strengthened, it might be the midfield. Because we barely made any movements there. And we already told months in advance that midfield would be the last area that we look to strengthen. We were going to sort out our defence first, then sort out our forwards, potentially get wing-backs in, and then look at a midfielder. So I'd want to see at least one come in. But if one doesn't, I wouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, Justice said Savić, but Savić links have gone really quiet over the last few weeks. Let me try and have a look and see if anything's popped up. Has anything popped up on Savić? Corriere dello Sport says Savić already turned down potential moves to Newcastle and Arsenal, but would say yes to Chelsea. But I haven't seen any movement from Chelsea's front. Allegedly, he's being looked at as an alternative for De Jong, but I'm guessing De Jong's still our number one focus for right now. I think we're willing to wait this one out and see if Barcelona get desperate or not, because Barca still have to get rid of De Jong. It's just De Jong don't want to leave. So these two are at a stalemate. And what's going to break first? Is De Jong going to choose to leave, or is he going to stay and Barca are just fucked? God knows, but have to wait and see, innit? I've said enough on this De Jong situation anyway. Until one of them makes a move or one of them relents, we're just going to be stuck in this little limbo area. So can't say too much on it. And I'm not going to sit here and waffle about the situation either. I could go round and round in circles for weeks, but nothing is progressing. Nothing until we hear of any progressions. Until we hear that De Jong wants to leave, Chelsea have placed a bid or anything like that, it's just the same old news. It is what it is. We need both De Jong and Savić as our midfielders made a goal. I would love them both, but I also think it's very unrealistic that we get both. I would happily have that though, but I don't think it would happen. Yeah, Kovacic is out for the Tottenham game. His availability is definitely something that needs to come into question soon, because like I talk about N'Golo Kante being injury prone, Kovacic is even worse. The only difference is like Kovacic to me I still don't think is in a decline and still doesn't have to play as sparingly, but boy, this guy is never fit. Never fit. This is even more all the more reason why we need to go for a midfielder, but it's what it is. It'll be Jorginho and Kante against Tottenham. That should be enough to still get a result. But yeah, Kovacic being injured, it's not the best start. Not the best start. Let's go into this Kai Havertz stuff, because I saw who reported this. Let me see. Kerry Howe from Sport 1 does news for Bayern and the German national team. And he says Bayern's how do you pronounce this guy's name? Salihamidzic, I think. I probably butchered that. He inquired to the Roof Agency about the Kai Havertz situation at the beginning of the summer. In the end, things didn't get serious, but Bayern will keep an eye on him. Kai was discussed as a Lewandowski replacement, who Bayern preferred to transfer to Chelsea, which is just like, great. We could have had Lewandowski if he wasn't such a fucking simp to Barcelona. But we move. Havertz was never really likely to leave this summer. Never was. I don't even think we should get rid of him this summer, even though I am on his neck a lot. Like, we already don't have a lot of attacking options. Getting rid of another one doesn't help us. I'd be surprised if they view him as a Lewandowski replacement, though, because he seems like the perfect Muller replacement. And if he has another inconsistent year for Chelsea, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern Munich come in for him. And if they did, wouldn't be against the realm of possibility to see Chelsea sell. Obviously, it all depends on how this season comes and goes, but he is the perfect Muller replacement. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern turn their next round and try and come round for him again next summer. But this summer was always going to be unrealistic anyway. We didn't even hear that much about any links with him. We heard one bollocks rumor about a 150 million bid from Real Madrid. That was here for like a day and it just disappeared. But I wouldn't be too surprised if Bayern have their eye on him. He would succeed in the Bundesliga. Same to Timo Werner. He would be the perfect long-term Muller replacement. Definitely won't leave this summer, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bayern are keeping their eye on him. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section. Just as outright saying Havertz will go next summer. To me, all depends on how he performs this season. If Bayern Munich come up with the right amount, which again depends on his performance, but if he plays like he did last season, I would just want the valuation that we got him for last summer. And even if we took a loss, I'd get it. But all depends on how he plays this season. I don't think it's going to be as cut and dry as he will go next summer. But if he continues to play the way he's done the last 2 years, I would rather he goes this summer. But it all depends on this season. This season is make or break. As we have said throughout the whole summer, this season is make or break for Kai Havertz. If he doesn't perform and Bayern Munich come in for him, go, get rid. And take all your stands with you as well. They can go wank themselves off to the Porto highlights for all I care. But if he balls out this season, keep him. Because then we could have actually found a decent position for him and he would have shown some consistency. But it all depends on him. It's the same thing that everyone says. He has all the traits, all the athletic abilities to be one of the best players in the league. None of the practicality on the pitch. Once we start seeing the results on the pitch, there will 100% be a position for him. And that would be enough for me to start having faith in him too. But until I see consistency, if another club comes in for him, I ain't going to be the one that says nothing. I will be the last person. I'd be the guy that pays the flight personally. Yes, Walter, I completely agree. Perfect Muller replacement for Bayern Munich. I don't think Havertz is a bum or anything like that. He'll go to the Bundesliga if he fails here, and he'll succeed that. because it's a social distancing league and he thrived there. It will be easy for him to do well there. He can turn up in the second half of the season and stat pad all he wants and they'll all still love it. But here, make or break this season. Over 300 of you guys in here. Big up everyone. Let's try and get to 200 likes. Right now, we are only on 76. Come on, guys. We're always doing this Timo Werner conversion rate. Like, all I want, when you guys come in here, just press that one like button. And that's it. That's all I need from you guys. Everyone, hit the like button. Even if you guys are watching after the streams been played and you guys are watching a replay, hit that like button anyway. It still helps the stream. It still helps the channel. One thing I just deeped as well. I just found out today. This is the channel's, I think, 5th birthday. I think. When did I start this channel? I started in like 2018 or something. And yeah, I started in 2018. I left this channel just in limbo until 2020 during lockdown season. So yeah, it's the 5th birthday of this channel. Could have been a lot higher if I took it seriously from 2018. But yeah, run up the birthday wishes to this channel or to me. I don't even know why I brought it up. I just thought it'd be a nice little fact for everyone. But yeah, happy birthday to the channel and all of that. Yeah, happy birthday. Say for that, Bobby. Definitely needs to bulk up, I agree. Played brilliantly in the Champions League final. Just haven't seen it since. Just have not seen it since. Yeah, more life to the channel. Might have been on 50k plus if I took it seriously from the start. But I was working for free for Peter Griffin. So that's my fault. That's my fault. Oh, 2017. So that's about 6. Yeah, it is the 5-year anniversary. Nice. Okay, perfect. Yeah, big up everyone for the birthday wishes. Love that. Love that. Right, what else is here next? Ziyech. After a failed 11th hour attempt to sign Timo Werner, which I can't believe United got rejected by Timo Werner, like liquidate the club. That is ridiculous. Erik ten Hag is being met with resistance from the Man United hierarchy amid his interest in signing Ziyech from Chelsea. Now, if they are ignoring their manager's request to sign a player that would potentially be at a cheap price and a player that has balled out for Ten Hag for years, that club is an absolute mess from top to bottom. And thank God that their board is so incompetent that they're ignoring another manager's requests. But in spite of that, we shouldn't even be considering selling Ziyech to them anyway. I know we're trying to get rid of him, but we're not strengthening a rival. Why? There is no reason to do it. Sell him abroad. If he wants to go back to the Eredivisie, if he wants to go to Italy, or if a club manages to fork out the right valuation for him, let him go. I 100% agree with that. Ziyech doesn't really fit our system. He only thrives when he plays in the back four as a wide winger, and we don't play with that, and we won't play with that until we get more creativity from the midfield. I get letting him go. Not to United, though. Not to United at all. The only good thing is they don't want him either, which is absolutely mad from their perspective. But again, I'm not going to tell them nothing. You lot reject Hakim Ziyech and finish 7th. That is fine. That is fine. Big up Deals, my guys, saying, one sec. Big up my G Lewis. Have a good stream today. I'm out today. We'll be on chat tomorrow's. I'm coming to the game Sunday. Link up then. We'll DM you. Run up the likes, people. Big up yourself, man. Shout me on Sunday as well. Probably link up afterwards. Go to the pub or something. There's plenty of them in Fulham. So yeah, shout me. Yeah, you know who Peter Griffin is. Fatty. Big up Blue Hope saying false 9 don't work. If you're talking about in terms of Havertz position, I don't really know what position does work for him, but is what yo, that is actually madness. If you put him on that game program, he's gonna turn into, I don't know, who's Wham? Didier Drogba or something. With his size, by the way, not his ability on the pitch. Fuck that. But yeah, he'll be as fucking Wham as Drogba in about 2-3 years. I'm not gonna say ability. That's just a straight disrespect. Send Ziyech down that dressing room, he will brawl out. Ziyech ain't that bad for the dressing room. I don't even think he fell out with Tuchel like that. He just doesn't really fit the system. And that's it. Ziyech still turned up to training for pre-season. still doesn't seem to have made that much of a fuss. Yeah, he dropped that statement on Instagram, but I don't even think that was snaky or anything. It was just him making his stance clear that he wants to leave, and he's pushing, and not pushing, but he's taking control of his own future. And more power to him, because he doesn't fit us. It's better for both sides that he leaves. Wise expressions calling you the Ethiopian Carlton. Bro, if you saw my old videos, my old trim, and my old mustache, I was the Ethiopian Carlton Banks. I don't even take it as an insult. Like, if I showed you guys my driver's license, my old pictures, it was a Carlton Banks thing. Like, it's not even an insult. I just look like him. But yeah, no, it's funny. I've been called Carlton Banks for years, even back in secondary school. Funny thing, like, I'm sure I'm the one that told him about the Carlton Banks nickname, and then he used it on camera, and then everyone just started gunning me down with it. And I was like, why did I give you this ammo? Why? Why did I even say that? It was one of my biggest L's, but we move. We move. It is what it is. What other news topics are there? Fenerbahce in advanced talks with Chelsea over a loan deal for Batshuayi. I think he's got 1 year left with us. Let me check. When does his contract expire? Till 22. Okay, so that will be for his last year, and then he disappear. Perfect. I have no thoughts on this. Whoever wants him, take him. I'm sure Bowley isn't going to be that hard when it comes to negotiating players that don't want to be here, or what the issue is in terms of how much each club is going to pay in terms of wages. If they want him, just let him go, please. He shouldn't even be an option for us for next season. And if it is, it shows how down bad we are in the attack. Let Batshuayi go. I don't give a shit. Yes, I am Ethiopian. I know I don't sound like it, but yes, I am Ethiopian. Fuck's sake. Let me see. What else is there? Adama Traore is hoping to secure a move away from Wolves before the end of the summer transfer window, as per fucking usual. Two clubs keeping an eye on Traore are Tottenham and Chelsea. What a no story this is, by the way, because we've been linked with Adama Traore for over a year. If we had serious interest in him, we would have at least dropped a bid by now. I've said I don't mind him coming as wing-back depth, but we're clearly just having our name just thrown into the hat for the sake of it now. I don't think there's any serious interest in Adama Traore. It's all just waffle. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. Chelsea were told to make a world record offer of over 80 million to stand any chance of signing Fofana as Chelsea prepare their third bid. And Fofana is regarded as a generational talent by Leicester City. Oh, when have I heard that fucking name before? And we've had bids of 50 and 60 million rejected. Again, feels like a bit of a repost here. We know a third bid is coming in. We know it has to be above 80 million if it's going to be accepted. Leicester City will not accept anything less than that. And if anybody thinks they will, they're just delusional, unless a player is involved in the deal that they would want, which I still think would be unlikely. The only one I thought would be likely would be Colwill, and that's not happening. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Fofana, Adama Traore, and all of that. The Insta post just confirmed what we already thought. I mean, we let our thoughts get a bit ahead of ourselves, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me send the link out to everybody. We've got over 400 of you guys in here. Big up everyone. And what are we on? 100 something. We're on 100 something. That's still not enough, but at least we've hit 100 plus. So guys, let's keep running the likes up. I'm going to send the link out to everyone. Any other comments in here? I thought you were Spanish, bro. Yeah, expressions, bro. You cannot keep up with this guy. The guy is gifted on the mic. Everyone's always lied to me after videos. Why didn't you stand up for the club more? Why didn't you speak more? Blah, blah, blah. You lot fucking try. Do you know how hard it is to try and get a word in with expressions? Big up to him, by the way, every time, because he is unbelievably hilarious on the mic. He is gifted, but you are not keeping up with him unless your name is literally CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, or any one of these OG wrestling promo artists. It's impossible. So just allow me in it. But yeah, big up everyone. Run up the likes. It's the channel's birthday, isn't it? If that's not enough of a reason for you guys to run up the likes, I don't know what is. But yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. Let's send the link out. Who else are we sending it to? Keep forgetting to send it to Alex. Fuck's sake. I need to start getting the Instagram tab up while I'm doing this. Always longs everything out. Perfect. All right, cool. We're all done. Who's in here? Yes, people. What's everyone saying? You guys all good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's Friday morning.
Yeah,
You know what
start
that
of the
means.
weekend.
No, you
Yep.
know what that means.
Just to get massage.
Chiropractor session. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I gotta go at the top of the hour, so ain't got long.
Yeah, no worries, my guy. What are you saying? There's not been a lot in terms of the De Jong front or Fofana, but it's been stuff on the likes of Ziyech, Havertz, two players I still think is very unlikely we see leave at this point in the window. But what's you guys' thoughts on Bayern Munich snooping around Kai? I guess we'll start off with that.
Bye.
Yeah, go ahead and take him.
Oh wow, we're all in agreement. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Well,
I'm
we can't
surprised.
be saying Pulisic needs to go and Werner needed to go and Ziyech needs to go and then say, well, no, Kai needs to stay.
No,
They've all
I
been
agree.
on the same
I just
level.
thought more people would be against it. I completely agree.
They've all been on the same level, so it doesn't really matter.
I still think Kai Havertz is incredibly talented, but I've seen enough to where I don't think it translates to us. It just, I don't see this in much.
To me, it's more talented at what other than movement. I'm not sure.
He definitely has the talent, but I just don't think he can apply.
What's the talent?
I think he's very technically gifted. I think he's an intelligent player, but I just don't. But I do think I just think he's somewhat. I wouldn't say lightweight, but he just kind of he moves. He only works at his own pace, and he doesn't adapt to what we need him to do.
He'll kill it as a Muller replacement.
No, exactly.
Yeah. No, I can't even try and sugarcoat that. If he goes to Bayern, he'll ball out 100%. It'd be good for all parties.
Yep. I mean, he did it in Germany before, so he'll do it again. Just can't do it here.
Oh, we do have an
he might
update on.
Score a bit more in the first half of the season. You never know.
We do have an update on De Jong. His name is not De Jong; it's Fifth Lover. He's now known as the Fifth Lover. So.
Oh, will they get that one through as well as the fourth? Because I thought they didn't even get the fourth one through.
They didn't get the third one through, by the way. That's the one that they sold to themselves.
So what was the fourth one?
The fourth one was actually selling 100 million euro worth of their media company.
24.5%.
20. Yeah.
How many fucking levers can they pull out in one summer?
Well, I told you who number 5 is. That's we don't call him Frenkie de Jong. We call him Fifth Lover.
Okay, we're gonna call Aubameyang sixth lever then, or what?
I have no idea. It just. I don't want to talk too much about it. I might get my home might be raided by the FBI for racketeering, so don't want to talk about it.
No, I hear you. Like this whole De Jong situation is going out anyway. There's the Ziyech stuff as well, which again, I'm more surprised that the United board aren't even listening to Ten Hag at this stage of his reign. But it's all mad. It's all mad. I'd rather we don't sell him to Man United anyway.
He wouldn't ball at United. That's a myth.
You're not. I don't think you're going to see good players. I don't think you're going to see good players go to United for a while. There's nothing attractive about going there. Nothing.
They can't even get Rabiot to come without giving him a.
Bro, they got rejected
salary.
by Werner. Timo Werner, that is crazy.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because he wanted to go back to Germany.
Was this? Yeah, no. The more you say it now, actually,
That's a-
Yeah. I don't think it's that they got rejected by Timo. It's that he's actually running away from the Premier League.
As fast
I
as he
think
can.
yeah, exactly.
Don't
Although
blame
he's not
him.
going to score.
Go back to the social
He can-
distancing.
Yeah,
because
because
he's probably
he
offside
knows
too.
he's not going to score.
There's just nothing attractive about it as a sporting project, as a club, as a city. There's nothing going on there right now. It's like that there's so much turmoil between the fans and the ownership, and now like maybe the coach and the owners now, and no one knows. Ten Hag's trying to get these players out, trying to get some players in. I mean, it's just not an attractive
it's a demo.
project. There's no point to go there. You're going to be playing Europa League ball. The team, there seems to be a lot of issues inside the locker room on that team. You got their best player doesn't want to be there. Their midfield is a mess. Their center backs are a mess. Their fullbacks are a mess.
The stadium's falling down.
Ronaldo, if Ziyech goes over, I'll take Ronaldo instead.
Well, as a swap deal.
Ronaldo ain't coming here.
Bowley does like his swap
You should
deals.
just put Ronaldo not coming on your as your name.
He looked really happy in that third kit reveal picture that they put out of him. I think they had a shotgun to his head.
I think we have a more shot of Ronaldo coming than De Jong is coming.
No. Then there's a
Yes.
0 chance.
Well, 0 chance De Jong is coming then.
Well, then 0 chance Ronaldo's coming. There you go.
There we go.
So we're not signing anybody. We're back to yesterday. We're not signing anybody. Everything's
We're
gloom
not.
and doom.
No, we're gonna sign defender Fofana, I think. We're just gonna pay a shitload of money for it, but that's
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think all those reports are this. Why they would want that much money is because of the upfront payment. If you could offer them less
No, because he has
overall,
a 5-year contract.
I just might as well
They're
go
just
now,
trying to
'cause
finesse
I
Bowley,
can't
man.
even
They're just trying to
finish a
finesse this
fucking
guy.
statement.
Okay, here, finish. I'll be quiet.
Usually, not all money is paid up front, and I think in the Premier League, I think you can split it into 2 payments. So if you could offer them less money but a higher upfront payment, which means they would have more cash on hand to go do their business, they might take less money but more money up front. Like say if they were to get 60 million up front on a $70 million contract, £70 million contract, that would be better than 40 million up front on an 80 million, because then you would spread the rest of it over 2 or 3 payments. So you want to, if they want more money up front, you probably could get them for cheaper than the reported 80 million pounds, because that, yes, you could put all that money on your books, but you have to have the actual physical cash on hand to go make deals and buy players, right? It doesn't matter if your bank account's reading 0. Oh, we had this money on our books, but your bank account says 0. So sometimes if you can offer more upfront cash, you can get the player for less money. You might even say, I'll give you all 70 million up front right now. They would be stupid not to take that.
Yeah, I think the Fofana thing is
FYI, Leicester is the club that we paid every player full amount of money at once.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
I think the good thing is, I think with Fofana, like the more quiet it is, the better it is for Chelsea. I think that means things are being negotiated and worked on. When the more you're hearing from Rodgers and you're hearing from journalists on this, then there's probably a little bit more uncertainty. When things are quiet, that means things are being discussed and negotiations are taking place. So.
That's what I said. We probably will sign Fofana for shitload of money, and that's it.
I mean, when
some other player that I don't know.
When you're dealing with Leicester, that's kind of like, we're going to have to pay a lot of money because it's Leicester.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, like, you're buying quality at the end of the day, and with the level of centre back we're going for, the like pool of top level centre backs ain't that big, and it's seeming that if we want a top level like a Skriniar or a Fofana or whatever, we're going to have to pay big. So you might as well do it for Fofana.
Nope.
I think
just think you can
Fofana
get
do
him
make
for-
sense because of Aspilicueta signed the 2-year contract. That's why Fofana makes good sense
But you
because
heard-
of OB.
I don't know if anyone listened to Tuchel's thing this morning, but he talked about, he's like, basically right now, we're looking to add one more central defender. He goes, we have Asby, but he's really more of a fullback. So, he doesn't prefer to play Asby at center back, but he doesn't have to. Like, it's sort of, he's doing that out of not having the guy in there that he wants right now. I don't think he looks at him like as a center back.
Another thing that struck me from today's press conference, he doesn't rate Chalobah no more.
Yes,
as a
well,
center back.
I don't rate him either. So me and Tuchel are on the same page.
Kind of surprised, to be fair, but hey.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, we didn't lose a single game that he started, and I know that's a famous stat that's going around this morning with certain players. When certain players play, we haven't lost a game with them. So I think that means that they should play, right? I mean,
Who's the
We
certain players?
We should have get a shit of penalties against those players, but
Yeah,
sometimes VR does help.
exactly.
Yeah, sometimes I guess.
Yeah. As I said, I
Yes,
still
sir.
think it's kind of surprising because he was good for us at the start of the season, at least the first half of the season. Obviously, he dropped off, but still.
Chalobah will get opportunities this season to prove himself or to prove Tuchel right anyway.
No.
He's
Lewis,
been-
Tuchel out. How dare he not play a youth player?
Moya,
How
your
dare he?
internet is fast as you are kind of
You said-
lagging.
Man put Colwell out on loan, Tuchel out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I was
What about Rice's name popping up? We're going from De Jong to Rice now.
That's
Right.
right.
He
Who
unfollowed
brought Rice up?
Take care to
He
Kurt.
unfollowed Chelsea on Instagram, guys.
I'm just a messenger. I'm just reporting what's out there.
Hey,
I
I-
really
I-
do
Where
in
did
my
you see
opinion.
it? I'm asking where you saw Rice's name
Us,
come
it's
up.
on the Twitter sphere.
Mike's
Oh, so
Twitter.
you
That's
so
what
so
I
you're
see.
just bringing it up. You haven't seen anything.
Yeah, it's Mike's Twitter. That's
I only
what I
make
see.
it up. It's a name out there now.
Not.
We can't
Okay.
take everything seriously, yeah.
Yeah, because you know how sensitive the Rice topic is. You know how how
Well,
delicate.
today was his name they picked out of the hat today, so today is the name that he gets linked with Chelsea, and that's how it goes. Only 3 more weeks for this.
We need Rice and De Jong. Why do we need Rice? I don't understand. What does he offer? West Ham level football? No, thank you.
Yeah, Rice is a good
It's a
side
good
dish for
side
anything.
dish
That's
for
why.
chicken.
It is. It's also it doesn't have that much calories in it as well. It's a very good
Yeah,
carb
man.
source. I don't know about the footballer side, bro. The
Oh,
Yeah,
footballer
why
side,
do
I
we-
don't know.
Why do we need a player that has a good defensive awareness? Why? I wonder why.
He
Yeah,
has good
honestly.
defensive awareness.
Does
Yeah,
Yes,
no
he does.
shit.
He
No
does.
shit.
Oh,
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't actually.
Defensive awareness. Like, that's the one attribute about Rice you can say he does have
Yeah.
defensive awareness.
So you don't?
Okay.
You're saying Rice does not have a defensive awareness?
No, I'm saying he does. I'm saying that's the one attribute you can't, like, he has that. You
Yeah,
can't-
like if
so
you
it's-
think
I-
Rice
I'll-
does not have
I'll just
defensive
say-
Wait,
awareness,
but he has.
I'm
he
not
has-
surprised, Jester, that
I-
you think that
I'll
De Jong
hear
is
the
fixed
argument.
now.
I'll hear the argument for other attributes, like for example, maybe his ball playing ability or his ability to progress the ball forward. But his defensive ability is the one thing you can say. Like he actually has that.
Exactly. Like you can
I don't
have a
know.
problem with him.
I see him get burned all the time, but that's okay.
You see every DM get burned.
Can he? But Scott, can
You know,
he? Can he
like-
do it? Can he do it
No,
at
no,
Chelsea,
no.
or can he only
It's
do
like
it at West Ham? where they
Liverpool
barely
has
exist?
one of the best defensive system and defensive players in this team, and Manchester City. For
Who?
some reason, they still concede a goal sometimes.
Oh
so
my
that
No,
means that we're not good.
look,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Declan Rice is the biggest myth in the world. Let's not even start
But
down this
What is
road.
the,
He's
what
the
is
Why
biggest
not
myth in the
start in
world.
but what is the
why?
myth?
I'll say what
The
is
myth
what is
these
no,
days
no,
that he's a
you're
good
not-
Myth
defensive
that he's world
player.
class.
Hold
He's world class, and that he's.
You're not
above
even
Chelsea level.
explaining anything. You're just saying he's a myth.
I was gonna, and the thing is, bro, like you're not even talking to people who rate Rice. I don't want him in this football club, but I can't argue that defensively he's good. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean he's real good. He has to play next to somebody.
But that's how we play, double
No
pivot.
shit. Is he gonna play on his own?
Like De Jong's
Well,
gonna
that's
play
what
next
I've
to
been
somebody
told
as
that
well,
he's-
yeah.
Can we
De Jong's not
this-
playing by himself.
Can we not put Rice and De Jong in the same sentence? That's it. They're not.
We're not comparing
one
him
play for
one
Barcelona, the other
versus
play for West
one.
Ham, bro.
They're not the same.
We're not putting De Jong versus Rice. We're trying to tell you that De Jong will be good with Rice on the same pivot, double pivot midfield.
Tell
Yeah,
me.
man, that would be
Yeah,
excellent.
tell you.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'll
West
tell
Ham
You
you.
and
don't think so?
Chelsea are not the same level. Just because we have a few
How can you not
Oh my
West
agree?
Ham
God.
level
Who
players.
compares
that
them on
doesn't
the
mean
same
whole
level?
squad is-
Who
Wait, what
compares-
level are we on anyway? Like,
I don't-
I've been lost. Someone's got to show me this level that we're meant
We,
to
ha-
be
we
on.
have a decent, we have a good level in our
All I've heard all summer, if
decent
we
level
got
in our
Rice, we could go
midfield.
to a back.
So
and
hold
meh.
on a second.
But
I
that's
want
not
to. I
true.
want to know what
No,
Kai's saying
that,
that I'm
I
midfield.
don't agree with. So I'm with you on that one, Jesters.
Let
We
me
need
tell
more-
you.
we need
Let
more
me
than just
let
Rice
me
to
ask
make
that
up
football
for.
knowledge of Kai. Let me see the midfield that you
All right,
think that we
Alexander.
have
Okay.
and what we should have. Please name me the players if you want, no matter
my
who.
Bro.
Please
Oh,
Name you
fuck.
what? Name you what? I don't get the question. What do you want?
name me
Don't
the midfield that you want at Chelsea.
Okay.
Players, please.
Right
Remind
now,
you, we play double pivot.
yeah, we play double pivot. I want
In
I
a
want,
back three. Yeah.
I want
in a
the
back
I want
three
De
we
Jong.
do.
I want De Jong. I want Kova. I want what's his name? The other guy. I want Kante. I
That's
wouldn't
it.
mind. I wouldn't mind Jorginho.
Whoa!
I would
Where you
bring another-
going?
How
We
many
have
you gonna
only
put in?
3 players, 3 midfielders.
I said four.
Where you going?
He wants to play 4-4-2, man. Come on.
No, I said. What do you mean?
No,
three
that's not
midfielders?
4-4-2.
You
I'm
mean in the
saying
team or
we
in the
play
squad?
3 at the back.
4-4-2 diamond.
You mean in the team or in the squad? I don't understand. Didn't understand the question. You
In the
mean this whole
team,
squad
in
is
the
a team
team,
itself?
in the team. You
Are
start
we
in
playing a
11,
back
please
three
tell
or a
me.
back four?
Back 3. We team. Chelsea plays back 3. Please give me the
Well,
midfield
well,
that you
well,
have.
I
Tuchel-
thought we were
Tuchel
bringing
hinted-
these
Tuchel
players to
hinted
go
it.
to a back four.
Hugo hinted
all
at
I've
a
heard.
formation. He hinted
No.
at a formation
I
change
don't
this
care what
morning
you
again.
heard.
No,
I'm
no,
sitting
no
on
one
the
said
table,
that.
what we
I
No
watched
one
play.
that
has.
interview.
No
I
one has
don't know if he
reported
hinted
that. We're not going to a back.
Exactly.
Why don't
Nobody
Tuchel
said
hinted
that
at it
we
this
play back
morning.
4.
This morning he
Are we
hinted
gonna-
at
You
it.
watched the interview, Josh.
Yes, I watched his whole thing this morning. He said, "Right now we're playing a back three."
Here we go.
I,
Right now, I
Ideal-
want you
I-
to.
But
So
doesn't
he's
mean-
going to
but
decide
doesn't
to
mean-
change it against
Can you
Tottenham.
please
the
do not
original
let
back
that
three.
sleaze go get
well,
out
he
of
did last year 4 times.
I told you who I would play.
Please,
I would play.
I
I
want
would
to
play.
hear Kai.
I
love
would play
watching
De
this
Jong. I
garbage.
would play De Jong and Kovacic. That would be my.
And called you Kai
So
Havertz.
you're
I wouldn't
gonna.
take that.
This is you're gonna be midfield. Kovacic, De Jong, and the Kante. This is your midfield, right?
My midfield 3
Yeah.
or midfield 2. We said we don't play with 3 midfield. We play with 2. You said to play with 3 at the back. Justin, didn't he just ask me that question?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, this guy is knowledge.
Bro, fuck you on your blue headphones, bro. That's what you asked me. That's what you
Yeah.
asked me, bro.
I'm loving this carnage. I can't even lie. This is fucking hilarious.
Wait,
No,
didn't he
Kai,
ask
you got
me-
the answer, yeah? Just
didn't
take
he ask
it.
me
Just
in
take
the
your
formation-
time.
Our formation we play.
In
2
our
midfielders.
formation, the
Okay.
midfielders, yeah.
Hell,
Yeah, so I said Kova and De Jong. That would be in a 3 at the back because we play with 2 midfielders. We don't play with 3.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
No, it's just that you provided more names, so it looked like more. In the
no,
midfield.
because originally I thought we were talking about the whole how many midfielders we
Can
have in our
somebody
squad.
explain it to
Hey, but
him?
Kova's injured
Kante-
now too,
Okay,
yeah?
okay. He's
Yeah, Kova
saying
is
2
injured now.
midfielders. Okay. You're going 3-5-2. Okay.
No, he
3-2-5.
said
Thank
just
God
said
you retired,
2.
bro.
Yeah.
He said De Jong and Kovacic.
Okay. I will. Can you please? No, it's actually I will do it differently. I will do it. I'll put it on the Twitter. How good is gonna be our midfield with Kovacic, the guy that plays about 20 to
Well,
25
with your
games
fucking
a season.
following and all of them like bitching about Jorginho 5 every day, you're probably gonna be like, no, we need a DM. We need an original solid DM. Like it's gonna be that bitching over there. So
No,
that
you
doesn't
just
mean
bitch
anything
a
for
little
me,
bit.
bro.
Seriously, you just
That's
bitch
what.
with your
That's
boys.
what. Am I wrong, Lewin?
No,
Is that what it's gonna be like? That's exactly what it's gonna be like.
No,
Why don't we have?
Nobody
what-
said
that's
we
what
need
the whole
a single
fan base is
DM.
doing.
Nobody
That's
said
right,
we need a
DM.
single DM. Nobody, because everybody knows by now that Tuchel plays with double pivot. So what
Okay.
you need is a defensive
Really?
award midfielder and a midfielder that can progress the ball.
Not everybody knows that, by the way.
But even when we
Alex,
switch to
you'll
a
be surprised.
four-
Everyone's been calling out for a single DM as
I
if
know,
like
I know.
we just
And-
changed
and
it.
it's-
even
it's
when we
fine-
switch to
it's
a four,
fine,
we
but-
have 2 pivot. Even when we switch to a 4, we're in a 2 pivot.
Exactly. Even if we're going back 4, we're still gonna play 2 pivots.
How? No, that's what? How?
Yeah, based on what we've done before.
Where is that player gonna go? That third defender? Who's gonna replace him? It's gonna go to midfield.
not necessarily.
Unless we play 4-2-3-1, and then we have like it's go to as an attacking midfielder. But 4-3-3 usually is 1 DM.
No, we don't.
and
We
2
do
center
4
mids
2. We don't.
or 3 center mids.
We don't have a single pivot.
Alex, why are you laughing with your dumbass headphones, bro? That's how it works, bro. It's literally how it
We
works.
did play a 4-1-4-1, so That's a single pivot.
Well, that's not
Motherfucker, dumb as a bag of rocks, man.
Bro, how does a 4-3-3 work?
Get the fuck out of my face, man.
Explain to me what a 4-3-3 is.
Fucking idiot.
No, you're an idiot, bro. Explain to me what a 4-3-3 is. 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 attackers.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I just say then?
All I'm saying is, declared,
Alex, I don't fucking know what you're
all I'm
trying to
saying
say.
is, declared, you fully started this, bro.
I did, and I love it.
Oh,
Do you think I was gonna back out now or something?
No, bro, I love it. Some of the stuff I've heard is fucking team.
We don't want
Right,
It's ridiculous.
This ain't enough reason to run the lights up. I don't know what is. This
No,
is
so-
fucking hilarious.
So last summer, everyone was saying, "Oh, we don't want Rice because the price is too high." I was one of those people. So, but now I'm hearing people saying, "Oh, even if he's 40-50, I don't want Rice. He's not a good player."
That's me.
That sounds like an agenda to me. Because
No,
I
just
actually am not a
don't
big
rate him
fan
that
of
highly,
Rice
man.
because of the price. But
Yeah,
if we can
well,
get him a good price, I think he's a
I
good.
think I've changed my mind. I've looked at Rice's trophy cabinet and it's full. Oh, wait a minute. It isn't.
Okay, I
You
don't know.
just play for West Ham, so you
I don't
can't
know
use
what
that
point
argument.
that.
You can use
Wait,
Kukuela
did you look at
also as a
Ronaldo's trophy cabinet, Jester?
Yeah, I
Did you take
did.
a look at Ronaldo's one? The guy you said you didn't want. Take a look at there.
I mean, I guess you want.
Money.
I don't know what he's won at Barcelona.
Couch. Can you put couch?
We can't judge a
comment,
player
please?
on his trophies, though.
Big up Citrus the King saying
that's
Fofana
wild.
for 75 mil, Chalobah loan as part of the deal. They might take the loan, but they'll still want the full 85 million. But appreciate the donation. Which one did you want, Alex?
Couch.
Couch. okay,
Dennis.
You can play 4-3-3 with 2 6s.
That's how
Yeah,
we
two
play.
sixes
If we
and then
switch to
That's a
back
4-2-3-1.
That's what.
Yeah, but that's a 4-2-3-1. That's a 4-3-3.
That's not a 4-3-3 with 2
Does-
6s.
Hey, does anyone remember?
Can you do me, Lewis, can you do me a favor? Can you Google 4-3-3 on Google and
Just a base
There's,
4-3-3 or what
yeah, 4-3-3.
variation?
What positions are in 4-3-3?
But it
Listen,
depends
the
on-
4-3-3
it depends on the
It's gonna
type of
tell you 1
4-3-3.
DM, 2 midfielders. That's
Look, the
No, but
4-3-3
a
has been
4-3-3
around for
can
so
have
long that
different variations.
it's
yeah, but
Yeah,
the,
there's
the
so many.
classic one is 4-3-3.
You do know that. That's fine.
don't know
Everybody
what
here
I
knows
do
so
that.
much about football, but they don't understand how the formations,
Doesn't it depend?
why the formations are called the way they're called. It's the
Doesn't it
position, starting
depend?
position on the field.
Isn't it
No, 4-3-3 denotes
no, it's
either a flat
Exactly,
4-3-3
Sergio,
with
exactly.
3 on the same level.
Yeah,
Or-
the base 4-3-3 is just 3 centimeters.
There you go, man. It's 3 sit-down midfielders. It's not
No,
two,
no, but
like
there's
Alex
different
said.
variations of
Yeah,
the
obviously,
4-3-3
but
that can be
also-
played.
But the classic 4-3-3 is 2
It
8
depends
and 1
on
center
type-
mid and 1
It
center
also
defensive
depends
mid.
on the type of profiles you have in midfield. Like if you had a midfield of, say, this is never going to happen, but I'm using this as an example: Rodri, Fabinho, and Jorginho. They're all
That's
playing in
horrible
midfield.
to
They're all
make
sixes,
that.
bro.
They're all the same.
But it
man.
depends on the profiles of the midfielders.
Exactly. I was gonna say that because, for example, Liverpool's midfield of Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum. Like
Thiago.
Henderson and
Oh, you have
Wijnaldum
that
are
whole
2-8. Whereas for Man City, when they play Foden or
Read the chat, Alex.
KDB
Read the chat, Alex.
or
Dumbass
Bernardo
headphones. Read the
Silva
chat.
or David Silva, they're both 10s. So I guess again, it
Yo.
depends on the profile.
Dickhead.
It depends
Don't
how
push
you're
it,
playing
man.
it.
Don't push it.
4-2-3 or 4-2-3-1.
Hey, does anyone remember when Conte played
I'm serious.
Matic
Don't fucking
and
push it.
Kante in the
Oh,
team
no one,
anything.
no
as
one
2
missed
sixes
that part, fair
with
enough.
3 in the
You
back?
deserve it, Alex. You deserve it today, man. Just today you deserve it.
Oh, you're gonna be deserving for the rest of your life, man. Don't push it.
Wild.
What did you say?
Oh
Declan?
my
I was saying this. Does anyone remember when we had Conte and he played Matic and Kante as the 2 6s in the 3 in the back, and how it just looked like we had 5 defenders and couldn't produce anything unless Hazard did something. Does anyone remember that? I mean, everyone
I don't-
complained about our creativity back then.
Wait, actually, I want to test that out. 1 second.
Yeah, that was under Conte.
That's
We couldn't
wild.
make anything happen, but we weren't going to cop a goal with that. With that
I
setup.
honestly, let's see, because I
He did it. He did it when we finished out the system and wouldn't play Fabregas. But everyone complained about Fabregas losing the ball and stuff like that. So, down memory
Right, so
lane. I
we
guess.
all got
16,
to an
17
agreement
season,
about
right?
the 4-3-3 or...
No, but it's okay. We can move.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Christ.
No worries.
Probably be
It's
better
just
to
dumb
move on
people,
from.
That's all.
Yeah, no,
Dumb
I
people
had to.
thinks Rice is not defensively aware. Dumb people saying that, oh, Kovacic and De Jong are gonna be good and double pivot and
they are
that
going to be good
system.
in a double pivot because they're not the same player. One of
Oh,
them is good at passing,
Kovacic
the
and
other
De
one
Jong
good
is
at
gonna
recovering
be
the ball.
good and a double pivot.
That will hint at De Jong if you're going to just let him sit back there and have cover go up and down.
I was going to say, but also by necessity, for a double pivot to work, both people need to pivot in terms of one sits, one drives, then the other person sits. That's how De Jong did it at Ajax.
Exactly. So
And you had De Jong
If
sitting.
there was able
and
to be an
Schürrle
understanding
you had
between the
Schürrle
two,
sitting
would
and
it
De
be
Jong
able to work?
like
Yeah,
a double.
yeah, but
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, first of all, let's fix the problem. Let's make sure that Kovacic actually, what's the name? It's fit to play in that double pivot. Let's
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
get
right
him.
now we
what's
have
the
nobody.
difference?
Nobody's
Wait,
fit to play
Phil,
other than your friend
what's the
Jorginho
difference between
and
Kovacic?
Kante.
What's the difference between Kovacic and Kante and Kovacic and De Jong?
There's a lot of
Kante has
difference
a lot of
between the
difference.
two.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
One
difference.
literally,
will
But
have
the only
one player
difference-
that's usually fit, and another will have 0 players that usually.
Yeah, but when both of them are fit, the
sorry, De
only
Jong
difference-
can actually sit. Kante can't. Kante's not comfortable sitting.
Yeah, and De Jong
Oh,
is
and
actually really
Kovacic
good at
can?
passing. Much
And
No, I was
Kovacic
told
can sit?
yesterday that he can't sit. Now let's get this straight. Can
What,
he
De
sit or
Jong,
not?
he can.
Yeah.
sit.
He
Okay.
can sit and he can stand. Just
Well,
He can
Jorginho
sit-
can sit.
You
but-
see,
can dribble, he
you see-
can go
no,
up,
no,
he
no.
can
Here's
do
the
it
funny
all.
part. When you cannot provide the football reasoning,
Some of
you
these
start
Twitter
to
people,
joke
man,
about
I
it
swear to God,
because
man.
you know it's a clownness of. It's
what the
mind blowing how stupid it is, man.
Only Rice can sit. Everybody else can only stand, bro.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
said he could sit and stand. You ain't serious,
Yeah.
bro. Oh, my
Oh, he
God.
does sits good
can
on
kneel
a
as
bench.
well.
He sits really good on a bench, or injury, or right beside Pulisic on the injury list. Both of them really good over there.
I don't know, just mumbled to Alex, but okay. Bro.
Oh, fuck his dead,
This
man.
is mad, bro.
You know what? Maybe we'd be better off maybe we'd be more safer if De Jong didn't come. Fuck's sake.
Nah, bro, we need him to come.
Nah, not with
Who we're gonna
Kovacic
play,
in
bro?
jet.
Who
I'm
we're
in
gonna play?
tears,
We're
bro.
gonna
No,
play
I just mean
We're learning, we're learning so
teams.
much. Do you know what? We're learning so
Yeah.
much about the basics of football today. It's a good, nice, educational
I
stream
thought
today.
it would be a dead stream. Like the news has been a bit dry on Chelsea.
No,
the
no, no.
last
I
few
just
days.
wanna, I
Oh,
just
why?
wanna see the people melt down if we get De Jong and he will be playing beside Jorginho.
No,
It
no,
will
you
be
know what would be a
down.
better meltdown?
you're
You know what
wrong.
would be a better meltdown?
It'll be beautiful.
If we sign Rice and he turns out to be a Bakayoko fucking region, bro. Because everybody's gonna tell me this guy's gonna come and we're gonna start scoring a lot more goals and we're gonna be defensively solid.
I
want
cannot
him to come
wait
just so
to
these
hear the match going fans
idiots tell me that,
Give him
that he's the
time.
only player on the
Stop
planet
him.
that can fucking sit.
This is wonderful because
Carbon.
reportedly, if De Jong comes in, it would be Jorginho to leave. So,
Exactly.
but I'm told
Jorginho
by
has
certain
to leave,
people
man.
that De Jong is not a Jorginho replacement.
Reportedly,
totally is.
I still think it all depends on when De Jong comes through.
Failed
If he
failed
comes, if he
experiment.
comes in too late, I'd
Your
be very
username
surprised
fits that
if
fucking
Jorginho leaves
statement,
with
bro.
him. And even then, I still think we need 2 DMs throughout an entire season.
But gentlemen,
think
I got to
one
bounce.
will be
I got
Take care, bro.
I got to go to my
I think if we
appointment.
bring in
Y'all
one
have fun
DM and let
waffling on.
another one leave,
Have
it's
fun,
mad.
Jester.
Take care, my guy. Big up.
Wait,
Hey,
I
is
don't
anyone-
think it makes sense to bring in one
Fucking
DM and
wild
let our
every
other
day.
DM leave.
Ooh-wee.
Hey, but is anyone not worried that? I mean, I just with the report of Kovacic out of
I am
mean,
worried,
a
bro.
repeat
I'm
of
not
last
having a
season with our
midfielder.
lack of midfielders.
Yeah,
Not
that's
getting
why I
jet.
think we
100%.
we definitely
We need
get.
to- we
I
need
think
two
we need a
midfielders.
midfielder last season as well.
No, we're definitely gonna get a midfielder.
But Gilmore's not staying, yeah.
Gilmore,
I don't think they gave him a number.
Gilmore, Gallagher, these guys right now are not enough for Chelsea. I don't care what anybody's.
No, but Gallagher's in the team though.
Yeah, he's in the team, but so was Sar last season.
Yeah, but Sar's gone now.
Okay, he was here for
So,
a season.
for this
Let's see if
season,
Gallagher
Gallagher's
can stay
staying,
more
yeah?
than a season. Let's see. If he's
Are you just
staying.
saying we should not get rid of
I'm
Gallagher
just saying
already?
there's a similarity of the level of who they are as player compared to Chelsea with him and Sar from last season.
I
So
stood up,
watching
but
him in
Kai-
pre-season, I wanted to do good.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think he needs another loan. I don't think he's ready to go into the team right now for Chelsea.
Well, where would he go?
He needs a loan. I don't know where he goes. That's up to the
No,
club.
no, but like you got to think that he balled out at Palace, right? And so
but
the
there's a
level of
huge-
club now for him to he's got to go higher. He's got to go to a bigger club than Palace.
I
So
think
where do you fit him in?
he could go to, I don't know where he could go. He could go to Wolves, he could go to Leicester, but he should be. I don't think he's ready for Chelsea yet.
I mean, the way Palace were playing at this point, that's similar level. I mean,
Well-
if you want to go beyond that, Kai, it's more you have to sell him then. Any other club like that would want to buy him.
I don't know where he goes, but if you guys think he's ready for Chelsea, then let's see. I don't mind. I don't mind giving him a chance, but I just don't think he's ready.
He's not going to start, but you need a 25-man squad.
Yeah, but we have two, like I don't know until when Kova's gonna be injured with the knee thing. I hope
He's
it's
already
just 2 or
injured.
3 games. But then what are we gonna do after that?
Yeah, how long's Kante going to last, you think?
That's what I'm saying. We need a new
Yeah.
midfielder. We need a midfielder. That's my whole point.
I think that might happen. But even if we get another midfielder, I mean, you got 2 people and you got another 2 people on 1-year contracts. It's still going to happen.
Wait, how many of you here think that Gallagher should stay at Chelsea for this season and,
Nope.
and play for us?
No.
Scott, there you go. Even Scott.
I'd
agrees
keep
with me.
him. I'd keep him
Scott
as
agrees with
Yeah.
me.
I'd keep him as depth.
Because I think Gallagher can play in the
Yeah,
front
have
three
to
if need be
But do you
too.
think he can cover for Kova and Kante if one of them get injured? Like, is he
I
that
don't think
guy?
he should be in the 6. I think he should be depth of the front 3.
Yeah.
I see him as more of a
I
Mount
think-
replacement.
Yeah, but we're talking about the
What?
midfield.
Yeah,
What are we gonna do
exactly,
with
that's-
midfield now?
I don't.
I think his best role is in that Mount.
As much as Kova injured during the season,
Can I
I
ask a
don't
question?
think
What,
Connor is the
what
only
about
one.
what about
Well, it's
Gallagher?
not his fault that
playing
Dan
in
James
front
tried to
three?
play Mortal Kombat with his knee, bro.
Everything I've heard about Gallagher's time at Crystal Palace has been that he's played at his most in the final third. That's where his best footballs come from. So with that, he would be at his best in the front 3 for us, no?
But do you know
what
when he
about-
played in the 6th role in the preseason, right? It was very different. So the wing backs stayed back, right? One of the wing backs instead of both of them bombing down, and Gallagher got the permission to be up there.
Yeah, he's 8.
So
he's
we had
8.
the
My
same-
Mount's an 8 too.
Yeah. So no, but unless that was just to make up for the lack of players in the preseason, maybe it's the way Tuchel wants to use him as when one of the wing backs have to fill in into the midfield, just like how Mount was doing Loftus-Cheek was doing for Mount when he played right wing back. In pre-season, when Gallagher was going forward and one of the wing backs was sitting, so we had the same number of attackers, which was still 5 people, right? But instead of the extra wing back up there, it was Conor Gallagher that was up there, and one of the attackers went wider. So unless that's something that Tuchel is going to do in the season, and it wasn't just a makeshift
Artyom,
in
thank
pre-season,
you.
then it changes it up.
Yeah, but we're talking about the midfield. What are we gonna do with the midfield?
This is
Not
exactly
about-
what
No,
I'm
but
trying
that's
to
but
say.
that's
Artyom.
that's saying that Gallagher can play 6 and then he can play front as well, so he's covering more positions.
But
I don't
is
think
it
he's
say
a 6. I don't think he's a
He's
6.
not.
No, I'm saying his 6 role will be different than other people that play the 6.
Maybe I could understand that. Artem says
This is
worst
brilliant.
take of the day
This is
goes to
brilliant.
appreciate the donation as well, because that's a lot. Appreciate that.
This is the
Artem
best
says
comment.
worst take of the day goes to Jester for 1 saying Rice doesn't have defensive awareness, and 2 saying that if he was good he wouldn't have another player next to him. Does that mean Matic was bad because Kante was next to him?
So when he said that, that's
Yeah.
That's what sent me for laughing when he said he's bad.
I
Like,
mean,
defensive awareness.
the one thing that Rice is good at?
That
is
fully
defense.
My
said
thing
me,
with
I'm
Rice is
sorry.
that he
My
doesn't play at
God, that's not
My
only
thing-
for
Yo.
Jester. That's
My
not
thing
a
with
comment
Rice
only for Jester.
was- My thing
Looks
with
like
Rice
we're
is
getting
2
that
things.
bomb
Number
in,
one-
you know.
My thing with one sec. My thing with Rice is 2 things. Number 1 is the fact he doesn't play a possession basis.
That's comment
Number
is
2
not
the fact
only
he's
for
more-
Jester.
One sec, Alex. The second thing is like he's more of a box to box now more than he is as an actual DM, even if he is going to play there. But I've still said if Rice's price tag gets halved, I don't really have a lot against the transfer. I do think it's a long-term investment for the club that would help. It's just I'm not hearing nothing until the price tag goes down. Nothing. As soon as it goes down, different story. Blue Hope
Another
says
one.
use Ampadu as a DM. You'd
Please,
have to,
please,
you'd have
for the
to
love of
play
God,
there in a
use
couple
Ampadu.
games first before we see in like serious league matches, but potentially. Guys, let's not cuss out Jesters too much in the comment section.
Yeah,
bro.
leave
Just
Jester
That's not
keep
only
it
comment for
opinionated and
Jester.
that's it.
That
No, I
comment
I
not
didn't
only
say
gonna
anything
jump
about
on
Rice
his
to be
neck
good
or nothing.
defensively. I said overall as a player, I'm not convinced.
That's
with
not
him
only
because he's
comment
just
for
proven
Jester.
at, at West Ham.
Yeah, no, that's fair, Kai. Like, I'll have
I'll have the debate as well with other people.
I'll have the debate with other people about other aspects. So like Lewis said about like, I question whether he can do it in the possession system. But to say he's not got defensive awareness and he's not good defensively,
wow.
No, Rice might be the wildest. Rice isn't
that might be the wildest take.
No. The thing. What I actually. I ask you, Scott, if you think De Jong is a player to Chelsea, who you think De Jong is more close to Chelsea players? Like, which one? If you will say that De Jong is compared to which one of a midfield?
He is Jorginho. If Jorginho didn't have
shut the fuck up, I didn't ask your name.
But that's the fucking answer, bro. It's probably the same.
It's Kovacic.
It's Kovacic because
thank you.
Everything I've heard.
My God, you dumbass.
Everything I've heard from people that have watched more of De Jong than I have is that in terms of just world football, the player that he most resembles is Modric, just with better defensive capabilities.
Yes.
From people that have watched him a lot, that's the closest player that people can say.
But I was saying in our team,
so in our team it would be Kovacic.
Thank you.
I think it'd be more like Jorginho.
Thank you.
Kovacic.
He's not like Jorginho. He's absolutely not like.
He's not like Jorginho.
He is because he's a.
No, he's not.
Freaking clown.
Kova's more.
Have you seen Jorginho dribble people?
How about now my dumbass headphones? How about my dumbass headphones?
The only similarity that Jorginho and Jorginho and De Jong have is they both like to go deep to receive the ball. That's the only similarity.
And De Jong can spray passes as well.
Yeah, De Jong can spray passes.
I mean, we're talking about that talented midfielder that can do all those roles.
You know the reason why people think that why they want De Jong over there, because they think that De Jong will gonna be spreading passes all the way from the back line of midfield all the way around, but that's not what he does. What he does is better than that dumbass Kovacic that runs good through the midfield, has a really, really good ball retention, really defensively good too. But one problem, when he reaches the final third, he becomes a donkey. And that's the difference between Kovacic and De Jong. When De Jong does that, same thing, he actually can pass it.
Kova's more defensive than
no, he's not, bro. They're both.
Kova is a ball winner, bro. Kova's a ball winner.
No, he's not. No, I'm sorry. I know you like. No, sorry, Kai. I know you like. I know you like Kovacic and everything. You realize this guy started as a 10, yeah? So he's not better defensively, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. But like, they're both as good as each other defensively. What?
If Kovacic was good defensively, he would solve a lot of our problems.
Exactly. If Kovacic was defensive, he could play in Jorginho's role, was he?
Yeah.
You clown, man.
He
you
would
excel. He did play instead of Jorginho a lot.
Delete yourself, you freaking moron.
He did play with Jorginho, with Kante a lot, instead of Jorginho.
Yo, Redneck.
You know how terrible... You know that was our worst too? When we played Kante
Daniel,
together?
You weren't here from the beginning of the stream.
Yo, I'm in the comments and I'm just like, you just like, who's triggering Redneck, man? What's going on?
Redneck's always triggered, bro. He need to drink some water and go out on a milkshake, bro.
I triggered my man Redneck.
Shut up, you Magic Mike wannabe. Fake tits, fake brains.
What's going on?
You're getting a bit too personal, man.
Hey, the season has started, so
I'm taking it too personal. You were commenting on my headphones, you wank.
Because you fucking started it.
Start what? Yeah, he literally commented on my headphones.
I know you're not going back and forth about headphones.
Yeah, let's not go back.
No, he did it.
I know that's not what's happening right now.
He literally complained about my headphones. The guy that breathes like Darth Vader into his microphone.
More importantly, let's talk about Kovacic not being fit again. Talk about that.
You know what, Alex? You know I can fucking humiliate you in this chat, but I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm gonna be the bigger man.
You can go and
nah, man. You behave like a kid, bro.
You got it. Let's just
drop it. Seriously, for your own fucking good, drop it, man.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. For my own good.
You're behaving like a child.
Hey, don't argue on Lewis's streams, man. No one else.
Seriously, yeah.
I thought we stopped doing this, guys. Come on. What are we doing?
Come on, man. Yeah,
we're acting like this is class reffing here. Like, what are we doing, man?
Don't push it, man. Yeah, very, very fucking mature, man. If I was 56 years old, I wouldn't be like flipping people off on fucking streams.
Okay, if I was 56, I wouldn't do it too, but I'm not 56.
Well, whatever you're fucking
We're beefing over headphones. We're so
Are
dumb.
you guys done now?
Alex, I think your headphones are really nice.
Thank you.
Man, fuck those headphones, man. Alex, relax, man. Come on, what's going on?
Chill, man.
Chill
I
out.
am chill. The funny part is when I exposed his theory, he started to call it my headphones.
You exposed nothing, bro. Like you said a
Oh,
comment
yeah,
that literally
yeah,
makes
yeah,
no
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
A classic 4-3-3 is 2 midfielders and 1 DM. That's the classic 4-3-3. If you look it up in the fucking football books, formation books, everything, 4-3-3 is 1
I don't
DM.
care about your 4-3-3.
Two midfielders.
That's not why I was asking you.
That's what we were talking about, though.
No, that's not what we were talking about.
That is what we were talking about.
No, when I said that I actually, what's his name, Declan Rice and De Jong will play at Chelsea, you said no. De Jong is going to be replacement for Jorginho, and we don't need that.
I haven't said that. I said in a formation where we played Kova and Jorginho, he would be the replacement for Jorginho in that fucking pivot.
Well, okay. Let's talk about this real quick. Let's get away from that real quick. So, when everybody's fit, does Kovacic start? I know in the fans' eyes, Kovacic is the best player like ever. But according to Tuchel, what do you see Tuchel does when everybody's fit? Who starts?
But Kova wasn't fit though, Daniel, the last game.
But I'm saying I just said when everyone is fit, even when Kova's fit, Kante's fit, Georgie's fit, who starts?
Not Kovacic.
Kante and Jorginho.
So then why we building the team based on not his starting lineup, right? If you say De Jong is coming in to replace Jorginho, then Rice will be coming in to replace Kante, who's the defensive one in that too.
Yeah, but then the other big factor is these players.
Kovacic doesn't start when he's fit. I don't know why people don't accept this. Like he does not start when he's fit. Like when everyone is fit.
When I ask if, for example, De Jong is coming to Chelsea, somebody over here said that De Jong and Kovacic is going to be playing in that team. That's the double pivot too. When I start laughing and color names, that's the actual midfield. That I was saying. No. You know what was funny?
No.
When I said, okay, even if we go back 4-3, the third midfielder, it would have been Kante. So if we play 4-3-3, it will be De Jong, Kovacic, and Kante.
There is literally no fucking reason for us to just play this game in hindsight because we don't have De Jong, so we don't know exactly what's gonna happen if we even like play the game. We don't even know if De Jong comes in that Jorginho stays. Like none of us know how to do it. We're just making like assumptions.
You gotta be
hindsight.
Positive, just to tell us. We gotta be positive. De Jong is coming.
No, so. I don't. Even if we don't get De Jong, I still think we're gonna get a midfielder because of the Kovac news.
And you know what? I don't think we will. I think De Jong is an opportunity. That's why we're jumping in on it.
But De Jong didn't say that you want to come.
You gotta forget De Jong.
No, but De Jong is in a situation where you wouldn't get him.
Daniel, it's not an about opportunity. De Jong. It's about the people that think De Jong is DM. The people think that De Jong is the actual problem, Jorginho fixing problem, which is not. That's why I'm so upset about it.
He might not play DM for Chelsea, but he did play DM before. Played DM for Ajax.
Here's what I'll say.
And he doesn't play for Barcelona, so
he didn't play.
Not even my opinion. You can go to transfer market.
He didn't play DM. Listen.
Not about transfer market. If you watch him play, right, and his best game at Barcelona,
when you play, when you play in midfield 2, right, both players have to essentially be box to box. That's what happens when you play in midfield 2. When Matic and Kante were playing together, both of them went forward, stopped all of that. Yeah, Kante was more. Again, Kante's injuries have gotten to him. But he was more like he was everywhere. He had the ability to go forward and get back and go back all the time, chasing the ball. He doesn't have that anymore.
But Matic and Kante was well.
Yeah, but
when
Kante, that's
second system though.
Hold on.
You mean under Conte? Yeah?
Finish.
Hold on. Just let me finish. When you have a midfield 2, both players have to have the ability to be able to do both of those things. Now, when you have one player who can't do that, and you have to make up for it, that means the other player needs to be extremely good at the other thing. Right, so when it was Matic and Fabregas is shit defensively. Like he's not good at all. He can't get back physically, but you have to protect him with somebody like Matic, who yes, if you give him with a more progressive partner, he can do both. But when he was playing with Fabregas, he chilled out.
He chilled out exactly. That's my
Yeah,
point.
but then
and that's why
you're right if both midfielders are equally good in the attack. Now Kova and Kante aren't that good. When you bring De Jong, he's the only guy that could do something in the final third. So he's the only guy that's going to have permission to go up. If you got two people equally as good as that,
Can I add
you're going
something?
to play to the player's strength.
Can I add something?
Kante isn't great in the attack, but the reason why, and I understood this, why Sarri always wanted him to push forward is because Kante can win the ball. And he can win it in their half.
Exactly.
Very, very, very good, right? It's better for him to win it in their half than win it in ours. So he does that. And when he's doing that, you need somebody defensively strong enough to, sit back and make sure if he doesn't win the ball, let's say they get past him.
That's how we got exposed in the Real Madrid game.
Right? So it's not really about he's pushing up there to attack and to drop into create. He's pushing up there to win the ball, to help with the press. Now, if they get past him, then we're fucked if there's nobody else in the midfield who can actually cover and shit.
Exactly.
Now, Kovacic has the physical capabilities to cover, but even I can run past him. He's not going to track me. He's not going to track the runners. He just doesn't do it. It's not in his game.
And that's a
number 8, not a 6.
What I tried to say why actually I lost it. Sorry, Kai, you got on my nerves because I think. Anyway, apologies. We'll talk about it after stream. My point about why I actually lost it. It's when people think that I know people don't like Rice, and I don't think he's actually that good for the money. But his money aside, the money aside, the reason why I'm saying Rice is good, because defensive awareness in our team are actually non-present at this moment. Kovacic good at pressing up high. Kovacic good defending, for example. Defensive awareness, it's not when the guy is actually running beside the other guy and takes the ball away from him. That's not defensive awareness. Defensive awareness, if you bomb him forward and you did not notice there's a winger past you. That's what defensive awareness. You don't know who's behind you when you bombing with the ball. That's the defensive awareness. What actually Rice good, one of his best quality, and why people like Rice in this system. With De Jong, it will be Matic and Kova, because De Jong will actually be going forward without needs to be defensive awareness, because Rice is really good as defensive awareness. Let me say this
quickly after you, please.
Go ahead. That's what I'm trying to say.
Rice isn't the only option. I don't understand.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Hold on.
That's not my point.
I'm making a different point. At least for me, the reason why I always try to bring up the qualities in Rice, because I thought he was coming here either way. So if he's coming here, I'd rather the fans understand what he does and not just have a stupid hate for him. But I'm not Rice or bust. You can get any other DM that can do those exact same roles, have those exact same qualities out there if you can find them. Now, this summer, we gave up a lot of them. One, Camara was on a free. There were other players who were available that we decided not to get. That's fine. But you need that type of play. It doesn't have to be Declan Rice. We can get a director of football in to scout and do his job and find somebody who can play that role. But like I said, all our fans are fucking architects. None are engineers. You want to build this great fucking building of football, but your base is fucked up.
But what it is that if you don't agree with a player coming in, then it's the manager.
Big up Minerals in the comment section.
You, man. It's the manager to try and convince you. You know what I mean? So why have we got him? How are you going to play him? And then you come around to how good they are. You know what I mean? How they integrate with your team and stuff like that. It's the manager to do so. Those who don't want Rice because of the way he plays, if we get him, whoever the manager is, if it's Tuchel, it's up to them to show you why we wanted them in the first place. That's what a manager
well, barely people
Big up Minerals, but Tuchel ain't got for Rice, my guy. Bro. Sorry, my guy.
I didn't say that Rice. I didn't say that Rice is the reason. What I tried to say, what the reason why I brought up Rice, it's actually to make De Jong to be best of De Jong, because people misunderstand that De Jong, who De Jong is in this team. Do you understand?
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
They think that he's a replacement for what's his name? For Jorginho, which he's not. He can play there, but he will not fix the problem that we actually have, which is the player that has 100% defensive awareness. Do you remember Ballack? Was Ballack gonna be good if was Ballack is going to be a best of Ballack if he did not have Mikel or what's his name? Makaleli behind him.
Essien.
Or Essien.
But
even best of
Ballack.
Ballack.
But even Lampard too. Like you could play Lampard in a double pivot with Obi Mikel or with Essien. You cannot play him in a double pivot with Ballack. That would be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what people are trying to like. Oh yeah, Ballack, he has defensive awareness. He's strong on the tackle. He's this and that. Yeah, he's all of that because he's a number 8, and number 8s are supposed to do a lot of different things. But he's not a player who you can solely put the responsibility on to track runners, to make sure this and that is good. Like, that's something that Jorginho has. He just doesn't have the physicality to match
exactly.
it. Jorginho knows what he's supposed to do on the defensive end. That's why when we're compact, he gets interceptions, he gets tackles in. It's just physically, he's just not a very developed player. So it's not his fault. It's just that's just the way he's built. De Jong does not have that. If you guys remember, listen, he don't have that, bruh. Yeah. Go back and watch that Spurs game, the Spurs versus Ajax again, because people love the Champions League. Go understand how Spurs came back into that game, how Spurs won.
Yep. Jorginho, he has everything. Jorginho has everything but physicality. He knows where to be. He knows how to defend, but he doesn't have that physicality. That's my problem with it. If he would have had like at least what's the name? At least
Roids.
like
10% or 20% physicality, that it will not be a problem to him.
Steroids.
But I mean, the biggest thing is we haven't replaced Kante.
Do you understand what I was trying to say now, Kai?
Since Jorginho came in, Jorginho, Kovacic, all these guys, Kante hasn't given us 20 games, and he's our best defensive player.
It's obvious that in some games, and like last week, it's better suited to a 3 in midfield, and you'll see the bet.
Thank you.
That's why they're covered. You have 1 runner and 2 sitting, and Kante doesn't need to go up the pitch and give away the ball and then leave 1 midfielder there, like he did several times against Everton, like he's done for the past 2 years. The whole point is that needs to be more. Tuchel needs to recognise that right away, or else we do get swamped in midfield. Ironically, I don't think you need 3 in midfield this weekend. I think 2's fine because of the way Kante sets up. But last week, definitely 3 in midfield, and that wasn't addressed at all, and that's why we got overrun. Because you leave Jorginho by himself, with Kante's all the way fucking up there, gassed because he's giving away a ball again. But that's never talked about, is it? It's talked about how Jorginho gets swamped and can't do this, whether his partner's up there and can't do a fucking 5-yard pass because he's overthinking it again. But it's never talked about. So,
there's news on Jorginho.
Please tell me he's leaving. News on Aubameyang as well.
No, winners are you are 1,000% right. Like, even though a lot of our midfielders or players have the efficiency again there, but come on, man, you can put them in a better situation where they're not overran, where they're not like. No, you are right. Like Everton, come on, Everton. I like Lampard. You guys know this. That's my guy. But Everton are bums, man. Let's be real. You guys are bums. They outran us in midfield, and that's ugly. Like.
Right, we have news from Nick Rural. Pies reports it saying Juventus are thought to be ready to step up pursuit of Jorginho if/when Rabiot moves to Manchester United. They hope they can persuade Chelsea to sell him. This is again all dependent on the De Jong deal. If De Jong joins Chelsea, maybe depending on the time Jorginho would probably leave. If Rabiot goes to United, that's absolutely crazy. But
Lewis,
unless De Jong leaves, this is a no story.
Look up. But Jorginho's got 1 year left.
Hang on.
I don't think it's got nothing to do with Jorginho.
Hang on.
No, we already have no remaining DM.
But even if we sign De Jong and Jorginho goes, I would still want another midfielder after that.
Exactly.
Because Kovacic and Kante are
we already have no DM depth.
Exactly.
Now we're going to bring in someone to play as a DM. We want to take out our only other depth for that position. Makes no sense.
No, but the other situation is getting something for Jorginho or losing on a free.
Look up.
Well, it's the position we're in. Same thing with AC and Rudiger.
Yeah, so would you sell him for something then rather than losing for nothing, and then maybe we go
in for sell him for something, and then we have even less depth in the midfield, and then we're in even worse position.
No, obviously we would have to get someone in, but I mean, is that what?
That's
what you got to weigh up?
Either someone has to come in. then
so
you
if
also
we're gonna
take
get,
into
like-
account that we still need depth in that position anyway. Regardless of whether Jorginho stayed or left, we still needed a
Who are
midfielder.
we getting in with 2 weeks
Yeah,
left?
so
That's gonna be good enough
so
for
that's what I
Chelsea?
was gonna say. The situation's gonna be right. Do we get, say, I don't know, he's got 1 year left. Do we get like around 30 million, right, for Jorginho, or we take that hit and we don't get anyone in? We miss out on the 30 mil, keep him in because we're lacking in that area, or do we take the 30 million and really in these last couple weeks of the window try get someone in, and it could not, it could work out or it could not.
Bro,
Look,
we have had
forget
2
it,
months to bring a midfielder in.
You're forgetting. You're
No,
forgetting.
but this
the big
situation's
part.
happening now, I guess.
You forget.
Right,
Now you
and we'll
raise
have,
your
and
bet.
after Jorginho leaves, we'll have to spend more for a midfielder because they'll know we're panicking. By the way,
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Even if we linked, even if Juventus linked, that doesn't mean that Tuchel will let him go because maybe he knows that only DM. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Tuchel's going to be willing to let him go.
If you're if you're
We're not
selling
getting 30
Jorginho,
mil.
if you're selling Jorginho, you better have bought someone first.
exactly.
You don't sell him and then go out because that just makes it's just stupid. Yeah, especially when we're trying to get De Jong, and like I said, if you sell Jorginho and bring De Jong in, you still need another midfielder.
Kova and Kante sub themselves in and out of the medical.
Exactly.
all season.
They might as well be
Sure.
one player because of the amount of games they're going to miss this season. Do you know what I mean? They might as well just be one player.
Double dragon those two.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, this is something that we were saying. Start the window. We need to focus on the midfield. Figure this out. And we're looking for center back.
last.
We've been looking for center backs. Hold on, we've been looking for center backs all summer, and we still haven't finished buying center backs.
Because Rudiger and Christensen fucked us over, man. That's
But we've been trying to get. No, hold on. You missed what I'm saying. We've been trying to get center backs all summer, and we still it's 2 weeks left. We still haven't gotten the last center back in. So this we should wait till we take care of our center backs, then we go to midfield. Was a stupid strategy.
But that was Tuchel though, because it was reported months ago that we were going to focus on the defense first, then forwards, and focus on our midfield towards the end of the window.
I agree with you, but if you take the whole summer to fix your defense, are you going to take the last week to find a midfielder? Or?
Well, Daniel, here's the problem.
It's going to be
with
a
that.
last crazy last day.
We
It's going to be
came
bums
late.
at that point. No good team is going to let go of their player in the last week.
We came late into the transfer market the summer later than anybody due to the changing of owners.
No, I hear you, but Sterling was signed 4 weeks ago. So was Koulibaly. The Rafinha bid was put in 5 weeks ago, right? That Leeds agreed to. Have we put in a bid for another forward?
Bro,
So you think that we go on one by one? We're not doing the deals
Yeah,
two
we're
or three
going
deals at
we
once?
focus on this deal. If it doesn't, if
Nah,
if
simultaneously
once it fails,
happening.
No,
then we
the
move
Fofana
on.
deal.
works.
Would you walk away
Okay,
from the
but
Fofana deal?
my
'Cause
question
these
to
guys
you
are
is
taking
this:
their time.
5 weeks ago, 65 million for Rafinha, it was agreed, deal done. I mean, no, deal set, right?
Yeah.
That can work out. Have we bid for a single other forward?
One sec, guys. Just let me read a few super chats before we answer that. Artem said
No,
need
I
a
don't
forward.
think so, Daniel.
Artem said we need a forward who can create and score. Obama not it. We need more than Aubameyang. I do agree. Still need a creator, but what we get is what we get at this point. House of Cicada says, Lewis, how do I get on the stream or a future one, bro? Poor football knowledge from many on here, clueless, and they need putting in their place. DM me, Instagram, Twitter, just DM me, and I'll throw you the link, my guy. Might even do it for
I'll
this
cook
stream.
you, house
we
of
need,
whatever.
We need a professor.
Bro,
bro.
DM me, my guy. I'll send you the link. Easy.
Send it
Yeah.
to him now. Alex is ready.
Aren't
Yeah,
cicadas those annoying, loud ass
Yeah,
bugs?
Bro,
Yes,
just mess
they
with
are.
me.
And they only land on shit.
And they only come out every 4 years.
Better be Klopp behind that fucking Avi,
This
man.
guy's a bum. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
He's
joking.
getting
I'm
cooked
joking.
before he comes on here.
But yeah, our strategy this window, I get it. We went for Kimpembe, Ake, De Ligt, all these guys. And once we failed with one center back, we go for the next one. But once we failed with one forward, we didn't go for the next one, or the next one, or the next one. We just left it.
So you think we don't do simultaneously deals?
It doesn't. I mean, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't, but common sense would say, well, that's what we're doing.
I think
Rafinha was 5 weeks ago, though, bro. We haven't tried.
No,
for
we started
any-
late. We started late, obviously.
no, but I think
Starting
when it
late
comes to
doesn't
the-
matter.
Fabrizio
comes to
tweet
the-
Ronaldo to Chelsea. Here we go.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
That's not.
There is an update on Aubameyang though from.
But the thing is, I think with the forward
Yeah,
line,
I'll get onto that in a little.
This is
the
a fun
forward line
place.
it's a one in, one out. with the forward line. Lukaku went, Sterling in. Now Werner's gone. They have to bring someone else in. I didn't think they thought they could. I don't think they thought they could sell Werner. Well, they'd sell Werner this summer. Due to the fact, I didn't think they.
Nah, they knew they could.
We
Look at
got
the
a
price they
fan in
sold
the
him
chat.
for. Like they sold him for 20. They knew they just wanted to get him out. 20 million.
Well,
You can
I
go.
don't think they thought he'd take a wage cut.
I'm just coming back on.
That's
I'm
what
still
thinking.
kind
I
of
don't think they
at
thought
work,
he'd take a
but I'll
wage
come
cut.
back on to say, suck your mum, guy in chat. That is all.
What's wrong
Right.
with you?
Cool. 1 second.
The funniest insult, suck your mum.
No,
I think
Scott,
we
go
all
back to
sucked
work,
our
man.
mums,
Go back to
haven't we?
Sorry.
Right.
Get that milk, bro.
Right. Yeah, bro. I've just sent you the link.
Yeah, the house is full.
No.
Come join the stream.
I'm gonna drop you out, but come back in after he's done his little thing. Take care.
Prime
my guy.
was here.
That's why I'm dropping him out. But
What's
yeah,
this
how's
about you, like,
Ricardo?
big
Roll through, my guy. I just sent you the link. Nizzy says
This is your big
Havertz
chance, bro.
swap
Don't
deal
blow
for
it.
Sane. Havertz swap deal for Sane, and our right wing is sorted. Not even too sure if Sane is going to be the answer to our problems because he hasn't really looked that good at Bayern recently either. So
And they're not
I
gonna
don't
sell
know.
him.
There's I think apparently Liverpool hit with another injury. Matip is injured.
No way.
Yeah.
Who
Nah,
gives a
those
fuck?
guys are finished.
Who gives a fuck?
I can see Havertz to Bayern next year. 100%.
I thought you said my tip is injured. I was thinking, what? All right, cool. No worries.
What was that, Daniel?
I can see Havertz to Bayern next year.
Yeah, I could easily see that. Not this year, but next year. Perfect Muller replacement. And if he's inconsistent this season, bye-bye. Bye, Kai.
I can see Nkunku coming to Chelsea. I think Nkunku next season is coming to Chelsea.
Yeah, I see that too. I mean, that's probably why. Listen,
Well, it's a low transfer fee. That's
you
what
know,
it's like.
Yo,
the people who own, the
Havertz
people
and
who own
Alex swap.
Leipzig, right? The Red Bull.
Yes.
group.
Havertz and who?
Yeah, they
A
got
lot of
Kovacic.
Americans in that. There's a lot of Americans in that group, right?
Yeah.
There could be a handshake deal. Listen, we'll give you this bum ass Werner back. I know you guys want him back, but next year you have to negotiate with us first for this.
They also signed another striker as well, so I don't see.
Well, he's got a 60 million buyout clause, right, Daniel? So
Oh yeah. That's cash money.
it might even be for the Vardio. That might be it as well. If they want him for next year.
I don't want that chubby boy on my team, man. Come on, man. We gotta lose
We
some.
have news on a
We already got Reese, man. We ain't got to.
21 million Barcelona are asking to sell Aubameyang. Let me know in the comment section if you think that's a fair.
What are we doing?
Hey, where's this cycle going?
What are we doing, man? 21 what?
21 million.
Man, at this price, we can get Aubameyang, we can get Ronaldo as well. Why not?
Lewis, where's this House of Pancakes guy? Is he coming on or what? What is this?
Yeah. Send the link.
Funny that.
What's going to happen with what's his name? With Fofana? Would you stay on Fofana if they still don't want to
Hey,
sell?
Andrew, give him some time. He's making some notes, I think.
Bro, for 85 million, we
He's
can
gonna
get a
come
good centre
prepared.
back. Why do we have to wait for Fofana, man?
Breathing exercises.
He's sweating his Barkley agenda.
He's testing his mice.
Listen. Nigga, like, listen,
1, 2,
someone like
3.
me, if I was working on our transfer plans, Fofana, 80, 90 million, forget all that. We're not doing that. I'm gonna let Ampadu be covered for 1 year, and I'm gonna go out and sign a blockbuster forward. Leao, 90 million? Oh, yeah, I'll spend that on him. Why am I spending 90 million pounds on a center back?
What? How much, what does Leao have to do for you to throw 90 mil at him
He's
in
21
this
years
season?
old. Well, he's the best winger in the world right now, man.
Haji, listen,
He's the best winger
He is.
in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the best in the world, but he is definitely
Young
he's
winger.
definitely
Who?
He's in
But
the
we don't do
elite
young
type-
players.
He's in the he's not a young player. He's Serie A MVP at 21. Bring him along back to the floor. He's different. He's not. Don't compare him to these young guys.
Alex, they're talking about Leao. Rafael Leao.
Oh, okay.
From AC Milan.
Yeah, listen, we lost 4-0 to Arsenal. The first thing Tuchel said was, "My forwards can't score. We have the same forwards." Obviously, you need forwards. You need to forget.
He also said people want to leave, so we got to let those people leave too.
They did leave.
Yeah, and who wants to leave? Who wants
I
to
think
leave?
there's still more that wants to leave.
The forwards, right?
Yeah,
Ziyech.
Yeah, I think Ziyech
exactly.
still wants to
So,
leave.
it might be
Hey,
better.
Jorginho could be that player too. Aspie could have been that player as well. We don't know.
Nah, I'm not big on letting midfielders go right now unless we
Listen,
replace
man,
them.
y'all want to watch?
I know we can't replace everyone that wants to leave, but you know
Let
they
me
can
put
be
it
a
this
bit
way
of
for you.
hindrance in
quickly.
the season.
Do you want to watch Ziyech, Havertz, Pulisic, even for some of you, Mount, in the forward line, or would you rather, you know, before Fofana is here, or would you rather see an actual powerhouse, an actual top 10, top 5 winger playing up there, and you just have to deal with, you know, Ampadu for like 1 year?
I don't want a winger. I want a goal
Tuchel doesn't
scorer.
want that. Tuchel wants.
Leao was a goal scorer.
That was very good, man.
Yeah, but that's not what he's the best is
Why
at.
does everyone think that we need a striker when Tuchel has shown he doesn't like to play with them?
No, we didn't say striker. We said.
But Tuchel's showing he needs a striker that can be interchangeable. Aubameyang is a good characteristics. Yes, he's a bit old. But if he comes in, you'll see what we mean. And plus, we don't. I mean, there's a big difference from Lukaku, who 7 touches, to any other striker. I bet you Ronaldo would be that striker too.
Bro, but I see us if it's really 21 and it's actual report, I think Chelsea are getting Aubameyang. I think we'll sign him.
That's bad. This is bad. This is horrible business.
No, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying like if it's 21,
it's gonna be.
I'll still take him over our forwards. So,
no, you gotta stop thinking.
You know how crazy
when Roman
how crazy the final day is going to be.
I'm thinking like I thought we were done.
Sorry, you're going to give me a season of Havertz and Mount up top.
For 21 million, you think Auba's going to do better for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me more goals.
And you know what? I think Brocha's actually going to do.
All right, if he comes in, Lewis, we have a bet.
Huh?
He's not going to do better than what forwards did last year. That'll be my bet.
What was that? 14 goals.
Numbers are doing?
I'll make that bet with you.
Hey, can I make that bet?
Yeah, can I make that bet too?
Can I make that
15
bet?
league
Hey, right?
For 15 league goals, we need to see from Aubameyang in a season.
You do realize our attackers have disabilities, bro.
I need
Wait,
more
who
than
scored 15
20
league goals.
I need more than 21 goal
But nobody's.
Why 21? Why can't it be 20?
Hold on a second. Lukaku
because
did
that
not
was the
score
highest our
14
forwards
goals
got
in
last
the-
year.
None of
21.
them got 15, bro.
He got
He got
15 in all competition.
You're not listening to me. You're not listening. Listen, Havertz got 8 and 24. He can get fucking 12 and 13. I don't need that. What is that doing for me?
But 15 to 20.
21 goal contributions. Yeah, he'll still do that.
No, not goal.
Yeah, 21 goal contributions. So you want to get 15 goals, then give me six assists with. Like, give me something else.
Why can't we be
Easy.
goals? 15 to 20 goals. Just goals.
Aubameyang is not scoring 15 to 20 goals in this league.
So there you go. It's an easy bet, isn't it?
He's not
He's
scoring.
already done it.
No,
He's already done it in a worse team.
Yeah, that's what
21
I'm saying. So why not? Then?
Yeah,
It's
3
easy.
years ago he did that.
Are you betting or not?
21
2
GA,
years
I'll
ago.
make the bet.
No, not GA's goals.
I said what I said. You're not going to make my bet for me. I've made
15 to 20
if you want to
goals.
make that bet, cool. If not, cool.
Because I don't want.
21 GNA in what? All competitions or just
In
in
the Premier League, no PL.
By the way, he's not here, but I want.
Wait, then so Mount's goal contribution
Prime,
wasn't that high.
5 minutes and let me see if he comes back in. If not, I'll let you back
What
in.
is this guy, man? He's all talk and sends in a super chat. He's got no balls.
Listen,
No,
listen.
he-
The first
he
thing I said was that
he said he's
he's
struggling
not-
to connect his YouTube account to StreamYard, so he's just trying to work on that. He sent me a screenshot
automatic,
of it.
bro. You
to
just
be
need to
fair.
log
It's
into it.
automatic. Well, you don't need to. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
need
know.
to.
He sent me a screenshot and it weren't working.
Of course,
Cruz
yeah.
says Aubameyang
He
is
sent
perfect.
you
What kind of football
screenshot.
professor can't even log into YouTube, bro?
One sec. Cruz says Aubameyang is a perfect fit for Chelsea. He will have a lot of service from fullbacks and through balls from midfield. I'm not so sure about through balls from midfield, but I agree on the fullbacks topic. Sterling, Aubameyang,
Through
Mount
balls
will be
from
deadly.
midfield.
I agree on that.
Deadly for my
Yeah,
fucking
We had the
we're
through
not gonna,
balls.
no.
If we had the through balls from midfield, even Timo Werner would have had more chances.
Yes,
I
how
don't know.
many headers has he scored to get service from the fullbacks? Has he
my
been,
word.
what's his heading
I'm not too
accuracy?
sure. Maybe he's thinking like those low-driven crosses we see a lot
Yeah,
of.
that low driven because that's how he.
Hey,
scores,
with that
bro.
forehead, he's really good for headers. I'm telling you now.
Bro, his forward is not big. It's just hairline is very backwards, man.
he's going to realize
Yeah,
when Reece
he's
is
made
crossing
for
the
headering.
ball, when Reece is crossing the ball into the box and there's 2 players in the box versus 6, we'll see how many goals he scores there.
So you don't think he's gonna score 15 to 20 goals?
Fuck no, he's not scoring 15 and 20 goals.
So let's put a bid on it.
21 GA, better than our attacker last year.
I don't do GAs. Let's just do goals, man.
I
Let's
do
see
GAs though.
goals. Let's
That's
do
what
goals.
I'm doing. I do
15,
GA.
20 goals. Who takes it?
If you get if you get 15 goals and no GA, what is that? That's 15 goal contributions. How is that great?
No, I just want goals.
Well, that's what we're missing, actually.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
we're
don't
missing
mind
goals,
that.
we're missing assists. Like only one player had double-digit
No,
assists.
Mount
you know.
got heaps of assists. Yeah, well, because
One
we don't score
player.
goals, there's a lot of assists that went missing. There's a lot of chances that went, that we missed as well. A lot of easy chances.
Bro,
as
that's
well.
what we said for Lukaku, bro. Like, listen, man, we need to learn from our errors. Man. My bet is 21 GA. If anyone wants to take it, I'll take it.
I bet 15 to 20 goals and I have £100.
I won my bet for this season. I'm done.
Double up, Andrew.
No.
That's why Fatur not
I
allowed.
want
That's why
assurances.
Fatur is not
For me,
coming
yeah.
on the streams no more.
Yeah, he's early.
Finance the bet.
Chelsea Bobs, you're absolutely right. It's easier to get 21 GA than 21 goals. That's why I said 21 GA, not 21 goals.
No, because I know he's dyslexic when it comes to assists, man. That's why I don't want him. But I would bet on goals.
No, he can still get that.
No, man, he's not. Look at his assist record, man. It's pretty poor.
No, but when you're playing with like someone like Sterling, even, I think if they get a good understanding, him too, I think they'll help each other.
Well, there you go, man. If it's 12 million max, somebody takes my bet, bro.
Yeah, Artem can take that bet. I ain't taking that bet.
There you go. I don't want Artem with just $2 super chats, bro. By the time he
The
pays
guy's
me my bet,
proven
that's
it,
over,
man. We that's what we're lacking. You can get all these wingers and stuff. I know they look great. They're great on the eye, and they're the most pleasing
Bro, but if
players
it's
to
really,
watch. The most entertaining
regardless
players.
of what we think, regardless of what we think, if it's £21, I'm telling you, Chelsea are taking it. £21 million, not £21. Sorry.
Hey, there he is. Yes, House of Cicada. What are you telling me, bro?
Yeah, I've got it all sorted.
Come on, you football expert.
Oh, 1 minute, let me turn on.
This was a big chance. You almost blew it.
Get your whiteboard. Get your whiteboard out, bro.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
All right. So we're talking 3 at the back. Yeah, we play 3 at the back, and you guys are saying De Jong can't fit in the system. So
no
one said that.
Nobody said that.
No. So what you're saying is we need. So what you're saying is we need a DM next to De Jong. Next to De Jong in a 3 at the back system. Listen. When Thiago Silva or Koulibaly, whoever plays in that centre, they act as a sweeper. They're playing essentially as a defensive midfielder. The quality, especially Thiago Silva has on the ball.
But no, they're not.
He's a defensive. He plays as a sweeper.
And how does that work?
But you just said he's a defensive midfielder as well.
So you don't need a DM sitting there. Jorginho can play there fine. If you add De Jong into that, it's a different game. But you don't have to drop Jorginho to play De Jong. That's crazy talk. We're not playing park the bus football here like Conte was. You can play a 3 at the back with an attacking system. So you don't have to play with a DM if you've got 3 top centre backs and 2 top wing backs. You do not need to play with a DM.
Isn't that what we said?
Can I respond to you really quickly?
No.
Wait, what was your comment? I think your comment was a bit different.
Daniel, I want to ask him first. First of all, there's only one.
Because you guys are fucking Declan Rice dick suckers, man. He's not even that good. He's a good player.
Let's talk about Rice then.
Literally, most of
No. He's a good player. But
you just called him a dick sucker, man. What are you talking about?
You guys are disrespecting Jorginho.
Maybe he's from the LGBT.
If he plays there as a if he plays there as a sit-in, as one, as Jorginho plays as a tempo sitter in that team, and you got De Jong there as well. He's box to box, but he can create and he can interchange brilliantly with Jorginho. I haven't proved your point.
That's what we said though. You said something else in the comment.
On my stream.
That's what
you said something else in the comment before you got the way you got up in here.
Nah, not at all. Come on, let's hear.
Where's his super chat? I'm looking for your super chat. You've changed your narrative already.
Let me hear. Yeah, let me hear why De Jong has to have a DM sitting next to him. Why can't he and Jorginho play if we're in a 3 at the back?
Hold on a second. Nobody said that De Jong needs to have a sitter.
She was doing it.
What we said is De Jong needs to have a player, midfielder, defensively aware. That's it.
That's a big difference between a sitter.
It's a big difference between a sitter.
Jorginho is defensively aware, but the thing is, he lacks the mobility. That's Jorginho's problem. He lacks mobility.
Exactly.
So that's his problem. But
what we said earlier, though, brother.
Yeah, no. So he lacks the mobility, but with De Jong next to him, he doesn't need. Jorginho's game has never been on. He's not a Essien or a Kovacic. That's not his game. You can't disrespect Jorginho like that. He's one of the top DMs.
What do we
He's
say?
one of the top DMs in world football, Jorginho.
Listening to
What team
Hold on,
wouldn't have Jorginho? What team in world football
hold on, who
wouldn't have
said
Jorginho?
that? You just made up something different.
What team in world football wouldn't have Jorginho? There's not many. There's not many.
Hold up. I don't think you were listening to anything.
No, there's many. There's actually many.
There's not many. Trust me, there's not many.
Hey, I'm going to repeat what this guy said. Poor
There's a
football
lot of
knowledge,
teams that
clueless, and need to be put in our place. You came here and repeated the same thing we said, right?
Exactly.
And now we're going to put us in our place.
Yeah, I think
And the only player, that
You
only thing,
repeated what we said and put emotion behind it. Like, what is the?
So unless you are, hold on a second. There's the two people talking about what you said that were wrong, which is Sky and Jester, saying that De Jong is a replacement for Jorginho.
That was the whole.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
and
But hold on a second.
And then there was others.
Maybe a long term, but definitely they can play together, and that would be optimal. You guys are talking about who have to play next to Kante. No, like last year when we played the best football, we played with Jorginho and Kovacic in midfield. The best football when we were playing the lesser teams and we were going attacking, we played with them two. So if you play with if you now play with Jorginho and De Jong, and De Jong's output is going to be far greater than Kovacic's.
Let me ask you
it's
something.
Perfect. It's literally perfect for the system. It's perfection. It's perfection. You're disrespecting. You're saying we need someone else next to De Jong. No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you. When you were listening to these comments, when we are talking about and what you were saying, which one did you say? Which people on the panel that you are in that you're saying that we bad football knowledge and all that? Please tell, because as far as I know, me. So my point was from the beginning.
Lads, get the popcorn ready.
My point was from the beginning that De Jong will complement Jorginho. I don't think De Jong is actually Jorginho's replacement. What I'm saying is, and what I brought Rice, not because of the Rice player, because of his ability as off-the-ball awareness as a defensive. I didn't mean that which way, like Rice or nobody. That's number one. Number two,
De Jong has defensive awareness as well.
Okay, now I see where we disagree, because I don't think De Jong has a defensive awareness. He's
not Casemiro. He's not Casemiro defensive awareness, but he's got defensive awareness. There's levels to defensive.
Hey, buddy, you're backtracking now.
He doesn't need to be he doesn't need to be a Lucas flipping Torreira sit there and you're just a dog. That's not his
what
game.
We're saying. That's not what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's not what
we're
I'm
trying
saying.
to play top football. You can't. You guys. It
you
sounds like
understand?
you need a Sangare or you need Rice. You don't. We want to play top.
Yes,
We
I
have
agree
3
with you.
sitting centre backs.
Okay.
We have 2 flying wing backs. You don't need a DM.
So wait,
like
if
you keep saying.
Jorginho was more defensively,
we need a DM. You don't need. We do not.
Wait,
need
hold
a
on.
DM.
Hold on. If Jorginho was more defensively
Jorginho is
aware,
that DM.
Like, we hear you. You
With
don't
someone
know
next to him is.
but you got to give
keep
it.
the
listen,
Why we don't?
I got a question. If
Any
Jorginho
other top team has
had
one.
more defensive abilities, right, and he was better at his more attributes, defensive attributes, would Jorginho be a better player in that position?
Oh yeah, of course he would. He would be even better.
Then what are you saying? Then when we talk about another player, when we talk another player with more defensive awareness, like abilities in that position, you should have. No, we don't need that.
It's an all-round game. It's an all like you. I've heard even I can't remember who was it that was saying Ampadu DM. But what the hell? What kind of football club do you want to watch? I want to see titles.
That was mad. I
want to see who said that. I'm not sure. It was definitely a few people in it.
Hey, how many titles have you seen in the last 5 years?
What's that?
You said you want to see titles. How many titles have you seen in the last 5 years?
Well, we've seen 1 title in the last 5 years.
You ain't seen
But
shit
what do you want to do then? I'm not going for top 4.
No, because you're
If we
talking
get
like
beyond-
your way with Jorginho and DM has worked all this time, and we've been competing for titles. We haven't.
No, but we haven't had the players. It's not just Jorginho. He's not the only issue. So the thing
Yeah,
is,
but-
think about
he's
next
a-
season.
but he's
Everyone's talking about 4th, 3rd, maybe 2nd if we have an exception. So think about next season. We've got, if we get our top targets, you've got Fofana, Silva, Koulibaly, centre back. That's the best 3 automatically in.
And Silva is 45, man. We can't keep relying on him.
Yeah, but all right, cool. But hear me out on this. So hear me out. But this is not what no one's talking about. So Silva is obviously the games he doesn't play. He'll play the big games. Silva will be saved for the biggest games. But long term, Koulibaly
like Universal Soldier or something. We're just going to keep him on ice and just for the big games. Is that what you're saying?
Long term, you're not listening.
Hey, go ahead, mate. Yo, pause.
Koulibaly is going to be in the center of that long term. That's the plan. That's why we've given him a 5-year contract. He's going to be the replacement for Silva.
Next season, Jorginho's not going to be here, yeah? He hasn't even signed yet. I don't know what you're trying to build around Jorginho.
What are your sources? What are your sources?
He's got 1 year left on his contract. That's my source.
There's 1 year left to re-sign.
Lewis, you're a Jorginho sexual, bro. I didn't know that. I thought you were normal. Not like no normal in the head. So when Silva's not playing, when Silva's not playing, Koulibaly will play in the centre. Koulibaly will play in the centre. On the left you have Cucurella. On the right you have Fofana. That's the back three. That's a dynamic back three.
Listen, this isn't Sunday League where we play sweepers and that, bro. Listen, the three in the back allows the two wing backs to go, the ball freedom to go up, right? No one's going to come in and play defensive. That's why Jorginho doesn't go up. He sits back and he complements the person on the right who actually goes up, and that's going to be De Jong, right? Because he's got something attacking ability. If you got another player that can do the same, then they can interchange.
Exactly, it's perfect.
This system has wing backs really high. That's why you have 3 in the back. You know, in another when you have 4 in the back, usually you can have one of the fullbacks run up and one of the fullbacks sit. You know, different teams have different setups. But what you're saying is that in my Sunday league we play for sweeper, and then that sweeper can play as a DM as well, and that's why we don't need defensive. Well, why do you bring up sweepers for? No one plays with sweepers
Aussie rules football. We're not playing Aussie rules football.
All I'm saying is, Cicada guy.
Hey, but you mentioned sweeper.
Cicada guy, you came on here to hear yourself talk because you weren't listening to anything we said before.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah, you repeated our points.
We are saying everything you said.
Am I lying in saying that the consensus here is that you cannot play? We can't just get De Jong. We need someone. Is that not being the consensus? Because that has been.
No, that's not what
it has. It's not just today.
Hold on.
No. So what you're saying?
Hold on.
So hear me out. All right. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. I'll ask you a question. I'll ask you this question.
You ask the question. Let us question. Let us answer.
Go on.
So you ask, is that consensus over here that we need to bring somebody to play beside De Jong, right? That's what you understood.
Yeah, that's definitely what I've been understanding, listening to, not just today, but for a while.
Okay. Let me explain a thing.
But we don't have that opinion though.
Yeah. Kai and Jester does not have that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
There was a back and forth here. There was both opinions.
I said the consensus. I said the consensus, meaning the majority.
The majority.
Yes. Alex, go ahead.
My point was about the Jorginho needs to be playing beside somebody, because in my opinion, and I understood an opinion of some of those guys over here, that De Jong is not defensively aware as for the playing for the Premier League, because Premier League is actually not our league. That's number one. Number two, the reason why I said to bring somebody defensively aware, I didn't say De Jong cannot play defense. It's not his best attributes. To bring best out of De Jong, you need somebody to be playing beside him who defensively aware. That means that he will shy to his 100%. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why I said it. Because to be best of De Jong, you need somebody that actually can read defensively. Because if you're gonna have somebody like De Jong, you will bump both forward, and we get carried away. Exposed. And to burst your little bubble about three defensive players, one of them being midfield, I can tell you for real, because as a center back when I was young, and as a center back in the back three, you can split that three defense by playing on the wing, by exposing the person on the right, push him wide. You live in your center forward, a center back, the one in midfield, like you said, right? He will be DM, right? That's how you're saying. So
no, not DM, but he plays as a sweeper.
No, okay, sweeper, which is DM. So you don't need DM over there. That's your narrative, right?
Where's the DM to cover the
sweeper? No, not DM, sweeper.
You said that center back and the back three can be as a sweeper, which is technically that's why you don't need CDM, right? Is that what you tell me?
Yeah, you don't need a defensively minded.
Okay, you don't need
CDM.
a defensively.
Defensively minded.
You don't need Sitter. I agree with you. So to burst your bubble, I know how to play defense, and nobody can prove me. I will make my striker from the other team push to the right. That will move your right center back wide. All of a sudden, you don't have a CDM anymore. Where's gonna be the CDM, especially with 38 years old in our team? Here, I just burst your bubble. There's no center back. If you don't have a midfield, defensive awareness midfield, you just walk through the midfield all the way to the
Jorginho
ball.
and De Jong, and you've got the thing is you're going to be dominating teams. The plan is to go up to dominate, and that's why we're making the signing.
And that's why I
Cucurella, Reece
Give us
James,
some details.
Sterling.
Don't tell us about domination.
That's why I
Jong.
said it. That De Jong can play with Jorginho, but not by himself, and not replace Jorginho.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm listening. I'm just charging my phone, so I'm gonna. I'll be back in. But I'm just. I'll be listening.
No worries.
Well, I'm done. So here's your bubble about 3 and a center back.
No, come on. Let the man go do some extra research and come back.
I'll be back.
Trust me.
No worries, bro.
Yeah, now talk about the Barcelona lever, bro. Apparently,
Yeah, one sec. So I got a few super chats I need to go through. Big up Artem that says Oba 12 goals max in the Premier League. 21 mil is a robbery. You must be 12. You think you'll get 12 goals max in the Premier League with our creativity? I understand that. Reggie Fort said Aubameyang was top 1% statistically for finishing in La Liga last season. That is actually crazy. But also with the amount of time he spent there, I kind of get that. James Charles's days are numbered. Mo says, as a Barca fan, I would not like Aubameyang to leave, but the disrespect you guys are putting on him is crazy. Last season, without him, we wouldn't have got second.
I said that as well.
We were 9th when he came in and scored 11 goals in 17. Maybe we are
That's what I said as well,
underestimating Aubameyang. Maybe we are.
I'm not.
But we'll have to wait and see when he joins the club, because I get why a lot of people would think any attacker wouldn't work in this system. So it is what it is. But I still think
No,
Aubameyang
I
is
actually,
good.
to tell you the truth, I understand what guy is saying. The new guy. People are going now on the new guy in the chat. I understand what he's saying. He's not wrong on what thing. He just thinks that he thinks the defensive. That's what I'm saying. On the paper, it's not the same thing as on.
Thiago Silva isn't playing.
Yeah, but
like,
Alex, we
how
had both.
Thiago
We had both
Silva
point of
isn't
views,
playing
right?
Like how David Luiz played.
Exactly.
Yes, David Luiz would step into midfield and drive with the ball and pass it. The middle center back was doing that in Conte's system. In our system, that's not the way it is. The middle center back does not do that because he can't, because he's 38, number one. He's not running into midfield to run back. And he's the one who has to cover for the other center back.
Exactly.
So
For example,
and our win backs are really high.
That's how we
higher
got
than
exposed.
Conte's system.
It's not
That's
the same,
how we got the
same system.
That's how Thiago Silva got exposed against Real Madrid team. That ball with left side and that pushed AC to the right. All of a sudden, AC gets
Where was
exposed. The middle is just wide open. Wide open. All
Here
the
it
way
is.
to the goal.
Right, so Gerard
And that's-
Romero.
Go ahead.
Go on, finish your point.
No, I was saying that's how look, this is exactly the tactical thing that what happened. You pull Jorginho a little bit farther, and what's his name? Benzema. One touch and he literally bodied Jorginho and passed the ball to the wing, which is made the run, exposed AC. All of a sudden, what's his name? Benzema, when he bodied Jorginho, he went and started running into the midfield. What happens to the Thiago Silva?
What were you saying when you bossed the UCL final?
What?
When who bossed it?
Okay, we'll come back.
Jorginho. What were you saying about Jorginho when he bossed it? What were you saying that night after the win?
Are we picking moments or?
But you were milking his tits, weren't you?
What were Italian fans saying when he missed the penalty? What was they saying? Are we just gonna pick moments and use that as the rule?
They will remember the Euros when they won it.
I'm just saying he's a top. You just got to look at he's regarded as a top midfielder in Europe. That's fact.
Yes.
De Jong or Jorginho?
Yes.
Hold on a second, and De Jong.
I can ask you a question. I agree with you. Maybe in Europe he is a top midfielder. That's why he plays really well in Europe, like Championship League and all that. Is he considered the best midfielder in Premier League?
No, but who cares what people Who do people consider the best in the Premier League? Let's hear that. What do most people consider?
I can tell you. That's my point. Are we trying to win another championship league and be fighting for the top 4, or we actually wanted to build the team for the Premier League?
But you care
I think Jorginho can be in a team that wins the league for sure, 100%.
Okay, that's where
You
that's
ain't
when
sure,
we disagree.
With Kovacic and Kante in midfield supporting, come on, that's crazy. Crazy talk.
Yeah, Kovacic is even barely fit half the time.
And Kante, because somebody has to be running back and work for the guys' deficiencies.
Think Daniel James.
Jorginho is the most reliable player in the midfield, but unfortunately,
he's not most reliable.
Physically, he's the most available one.
He's not.
No. As a physicality, is like he's not getting injured.
Yes,
as he's not getting injured, he's most reliable. That's all I'm. That's
he
all
barely
saying,
moves.
Guy.
He barely moves.
No, I know that. I know, Guy. I think you asked
So tell me your who better than Jorginho in the Premier League. Name me 5 midfielders better than him. Let me hear what your in central midfielders in his
Bernardo
position.
Silva.
In his in his position.
Kevin De
In his
Bruyne.
position.
One at a time.
In Jorginho's position, in that sitting midfield, sitting role, who does that? Name me 5.
Rodri.
Yep, agreed.
Fernandinho.
What?
Yeah.
What's his name?
He doesn't even play in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's retired, bro.
Fabinho.
Fabinho, like Jorginho, he's just a destroyer.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
this. What?
Jorginho is much better than Fabinho. Jorginho is much better than Fabinho.
nah,
Let me
bro.
tell you what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it a specific role of. Oh, you play. He plays this.
Let me know how many have this.
How many players play that role in general for him to be top 5? He's top 5.
Why is he
rubbing a nipple of a statue?
So who? Let's hear. So you said Rodri. Who else? As in central. Let's say DM. Let's say DM. DM's in the league. 5. Top 5.
Wait, Jorginho plays with someone next to him. He's not a solo.
No, DM.
Solo
Yeah, but that's
so it doesn't have to be
that's
DM.
his role. His role is the deepest. So let's say DM in the league. Who top 5?
He think his role is deepest. I think he's deepest because he can run forward and backwards.
Yeah.
Bissouma. Isn't Bissouma better than him? Bissouma.
So top 5. You can't say it.
That's fine.
I can tell you.
You can't say because you won't let us.
Let's hear it.
You just say no, bro. Every time we tell you someone, you just say no.
He said no to
Rodri,
Fabinho.
Bissouma, Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
Nah, Declan Rice have worse stats. but-
Yeah, as a DM. Yeah.
Declan Rice is top 2 in defensive stats in this league.
Exactly.
Okay, so all right. Let's ask a question. Let's ask a question.
Like, it's not a question.
If Barcelona were replacing Busquets, who would they get? Jorginho or Declan Rice?
Nobody's going for Declan Rice.
I think they're getting neither.
All right, come on. Let's be real. Jorginho over
Why would they
Declan
get
Rice all day
Jorginho?
long.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Let's not talk crazy.
Frenkie de Jong can break into that team.
Why are those the
Let's
only
not
two
talk
options?
crazy.
Why are those the only two
Well,
options?
hang on. Why haven't Barcelona come in for Jorginho? Is that his last year of his contract? If he's
No,
not-
don't try and change the parameter. Let's just answer the question.
No,
Who would they get?
Parameter.
Lewis,
That's a great
Lewis,
question.
who do you reckon they would get? Jorginho or Declan Rice?
Rice doesn't fit
Barcelona.
the Liga though. He's not
To replace
like a Liga
Busquets
type of-
in that DM role. All day long.
That's
It's not even a question. It's not even. They would laugh at Declan Rice.
But
They
you're
would laugh
asking
at
the question.
Declan Rice.
That's a
You're
very
asking the
limited
question
question,
to
bro.
fit
I
your
can laugh
narrative.
at Frank Hesse, right?
Look, you
better
asked
than
this
Declan
question
Rice.
to fit your narrative. I'm not
He doesn't play the
disagreeing.
same
He
role.
can play well in
I
Euros.
was saying, Kessie is not
I'm
even a
not-
DM, like.
Like
Doesn't
I'm
even play
asking
the
you,
same role.
I ask you asked the question
no.
to fit your narrative. I don't disagree with you
He
that
picked a
plays,
club. He picked a
he
position.
can be
He picked the
playing
options.
good in those leagues. That suits him. He
you
will
gonna-
play good.
Is he
I'm asking
replacing
you in the Premier
Casemiro?
League.
Is he
No.
replacing Casemiro? No, he's not.
No.
No, he's not. Declan Rice will.
not.
You just like to pick whatever
No,
specific
Rice
best
doesn't
for my
either.
team.
That's
Rice
my
not a
point.
replacement.
Rice doesn't replace him either.
He does.
No,
No, he doesn't. Many replaces.
No.
I mean,
no,
Schumanni's
no.
already there. I'm saying
No. Scott, the
Schumanni's
question
already
is
there.
who
Yeah, but they
would
had
be-
the option
who
for
would
Tchouameni
replace
or Rice,
who
and
would
they took
replace
Tchouameni.
either Jorginho or Rice. Nobody asked about the other one. Who would replace what's his name at Real?
What at Real?
Yeah, if you have those two options,
with Rice.
They would go for
Rice
someone else.
versus Jorginho.
I mean,
I wouldn't
neither
even say
really,
either.
because neither fit.
I know
Like,
that, but those are two options.
Well,
Not
Rice
Galacticos,
more
man.
than Jorginho in Madrid.
I mean, again, I don't really know how to answer.
You
because
see what I'm
neither
saying?
work.
But that's
Yeah, I
what the
think
guy's
it's not
narrative
either.
is.
Yeah, his
What I'm
narrative
s-
is a bit odd because he picked the clubs.
Yeah,
He picked
exactly.
the players.
He
that
picked the
compared
clubs
to
that
him.
he wants to be, but we don't play like those clubs, do we?
Yeah.
My point is, I understand that in Europe, Jorginho will do good in Europe. He'll do good in La Liga. He will do good in what's his name? And Italian league. He'll probably do good.
I don't think he'll do good in La Liga. I don't think he'll do good La Liga.
He will do good.
No,
he
will
will
do
do
good
good
in
in
La Liga. In La Liga, he won't.
So talking rubbish, right? He would do.
He'll do good. No, he'll do good in every other league apart from the Premier League. That's not because the Premier League is better. It's because the Premier League has a lot of like physicality.
But he's one of the top ones in the Premier League currently. He's been playing in the Premier League, and he's been one of the top midfielders in that position for a few years. It's just that Chelsea fans don't like it.
No,
it's and because the match of the day pundits and all the English football pundits who don't have a clue about football will say, "Oh, Jorginho, what does he do? He passes sideways."
But that's subjective.
It's not about if you think that we disagree with you that he passes sideways.
I'm not listening to you. You're just repeating Alan Shearer. You sound like Alan Shearer to me.
What? I wish, but I was a left center back, but I wish I was Alan Shearer. But
what Shearer the pundit, not the player.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to
Shearer's point?
Yeah.
So we know there's no point watching Match of the Day then coming have a go at us because we didn't repeat the same talking.
Match of the Day is an example. I'm not even talking. I didn't even see Match of the Day. I'm just saying in general that the general consensus from the media in this country is, oh, Jorginho's shit. Oh, he passes sideways. Oh, he's a liability. He's weak. He's not fast. Blah blah.
But there wasn't even a general consensus here. There was 2 points of views here, and we're going back and forth.
People say that about a lot of the top players. They used.
Yeah, you're having an argument with something you disagree with.
I remember David Silva. They used to say about, oh, he's too small. David Silva's too small. Oh, he's not going to be attacking the Premier. It's bullshit. If you're a good player, you're a good player. That's it. If you know football, you play football.
You're on the wrong show, man.
Hang on. You're talking about
Kai. Everything I said to you before, I apologize. There's a new level. You see what I'm saying, Kai? So my bad.
Guys, everyone is talking over each other, and the guys watching can't hear a thing.
I
One
just
at
want
a
to say
time.
that
I'm not even a Chelsea. I'm not even one of these people that's all positive Chelsea.
Someone else
There's problems. But the point, the point I'm trying to make is, you guys are. It sounds like most of you are settling for this thing that the media is spinning of. Oh, Chelsea will be battling for fourth. When if you think about the signings we'll be getting, we're going to have one of the top squads in Europe. Like, it's going to be crazy. And you guys are going on like we've got all these issues.
What does the meaning
more than we have?
Look, what's your name? Can
I ask this because I haven't had a chance to speak in a while. There's two things with this. Number one is what you mentioned earlier. You're talking about something completely different. You're talking about the media bias and the English media bias towards the league, which is biased towards an ideal of everyone has to run the most and passion and all that. That I agree with, and that's a completely different topic. That's why people like David Silva and Jorginho and others are targeted, because they're seen as small and frail and they're not seen as physical enough for the league. That's a completely different topic. That's a completely different issue. Number two, with this media thing of, oh, we're not going to finish first, I don't think we're going to finish third regardless of the squad we get. I said this before. We can get messy, and I don't think we're finishing first. Not because our squad isn't good enough, but because the teams above us have got a system where they can take a player out and put a player in, and it's seamless. The transition is next to seamless because they have worked on that system for upwards of 5 years. We have not. That's just how it's going to be. We're going to have players that are going to take a while to hit the ground running because the system is all new for them. And it's a system that some of the players we've had for 2 years still can't get down. That's why I don't think we're finishing first. And again, that's a completely separate issue to all of this.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you have a point you wanted to add as well? Because I know
that David Silva thing is bullshit. They lauded David Silva. I can't stand that. They lauded him every single.
Only years into it. Let me just say this one point. In this country, this Pirlo, who was rated for years in world football as one of the top DMs, creative midfielders in the world. It's only after Italy beat England in the Euro 2012 that they started raving about Pirlo. Before that, you used to hear stuff like Scott Parker is the English Pirlo. Like, what the fuck?
And that goes back to what I literally just said about the English media.
I'm agreeing with you. It's the other guy that just said that he didn't agree with that. The other guy with the glasses.
You're taking this way left field.
I think what it is that you're listening to the wrong people. So that's a you problem.
I'm listening to you.
No. I mean, generally, that you listen to people that say stuff about David Silva, that you just listen to the same people. So that's a you problem, not us.
But
That's
who's
you
though? Who is you? All of us in this panel have different views, completely different views. There's none of us here that have the exact same view.
Some of us
You're
don't
talking
even
about
like
match of the day, though.
headphones.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
was going to say, like, I agree with you on some of your points about Jorginho and about going forward, but I'm not under this, like, I don't think that he's irreplaceable and we can't upgrade on him. We can. I just think getting rid of
I agree with that.
We can upgrade on everyone of our team, man.
Exactly.
Every little shithead in that team we can upgrade on.
100%.
We can upgrade on. I think Jorginho works the team, and I think he can work.
I just don't think he's the pressing issue. He's not the pressing issue.
He's not.
No one said it's a pressing issue.
That a lot of people are making him out to be. It's like it's a very weird agenda towards Jorginho.
Hey, but you know, you can't agree with anyone here. You know that, yeah?
Look,
because if you agree with us, then your football knowledge will be poor, is what you said.
No,
So
I'm
you're
talking
not
about
allowed to
that. That
agree
was
with anyone here.
actually specifically about you. That was actually specifically about you.
Me? But
Yeah.
I agreed with you as well.
Yeah, he
No,
actually made the same point
apart
as you
from
are.
apart from that,
He
you're
doesn't know
useless.
who he's talking to.
And I know he said you, and he's addressing everyone as you. No, it's you.
Well,
no, it's me.
I agree
it's
with
like
you.
rush hour all
It's
over again. Listen.
That is very negative. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Artem says go through the history of the Premier League and every single winner. Not a single Premier League winner had a Jorginho type of player as their main DM. I go off history, not just vibes. I would understand that, but Guardiola wanted Jorginho over Rodri as well. And if he got him, then there would be a Premier League winner.
Can I just point out as well? There's
Hold
two-
on a second.
there's a couple-
Scott, can
there's two
I?
things with that. There's two things with that. First of all, I'll say that the Premier League, in terms of the level of football, has changed drastically. There was a clip that's going around recently of a game between Arsenal and Chelsea during the Invincible season where they're hoofing the ball from one end to the other. The game has significantly improved. So I would just say, because you go back and look at the history, doesn't necessarily mean anything. Number two, I would say, is again, there are aspects about Jorginho that work in this team and work in the league. I think he has good enough defensive awareness to get that he can work. I think he has good enough in terms of on the ball. The issue comes with the physicality. Because I look at a player like Rodri, he has everything that Jorginho has in terms of the defensive awareness. The only thing he has over Jorginho is he's more physical. But in terms of everything else, I would say him and Jorginho are on par. It's the physicality of the problem. But in terms of defensive awareness, in terms of on the ball, I would say they are very similar, and he can work.
Exactly.
It's just physicality, and that's what I say. I will maintain this point till the day I die. Is the league? I maintain the Premier League is overrated because most of it comes down to who's more physical than the other. It's not about technical ability, annoyingly. It's about who's more physical and who can run more, because that's what the league has been based on. Annoyingly,
It's part of it. It's definitely part
Hold
of
on.
it.
Can I answer the? Can I answer
Liverpool
Lewis?
aren't
What
technical
Lewis
players,
said?
man.
Yeah.
Hold on, Kai. What did you say before Scott got in? What did you say again?
I said Pep wanted Jorginho over Rodri, so if he had got him, then there would have been a Premier League winner with a Jorginho type of midfielder.
Let me. Okay. Is Pep always got
In
right with
hindsight,
his
that's hindsight.
signings?
At the start there was a couple misses, but I don't think there's been any.
Okay. So
recent
when what year did Pep was wanted to get him?
after the Centurion season.
Okay. So let me tell you, not everything Pep buys, he actually turns. Not every shade turns to gold. That's number one. And he did start Thiago Silva and what's his name in that position before.
Thiago Silva?
Not Bernardo Silva.
Ah.
He started Bernardo Silva over a couple of times before
As a
Rodri.
DM.
A
Not
DM.
DM. It's the 8. Is the 8 the
Jorginho
one
wouldn't be
beside-
playing as an 8.
Okay. Before Rodri, who was in that position? before
Fernandinho.
Rodri?
You play too much football manager, man. Too much football.
I don't play football
Fernandinho was
manager.
their DM. Fernandinho was their DM.
Fernandinho was a DM, right? So what I'm saying is there's actually nobody, and since Fernandinho was getting old, the same thing that what we have problem with Thiago. Which player did he win? Why did he not go for the player like De Jong or like Jorginho? He went for the bigger guy.
No, Jorginho chose Chelsea over City.
No. When he refused City, why Pep did not go for a specific type of player like Jorginho?
De Jong wanted to go to Barca over anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
No, why he didn't choose beside the?
You're saying
beside
there's only
Jorginho,
two
anybody
players like Jorginho in the world?
Okay, I think because he knows that he needs the more
I don't
presence
know
and
what his other
physicality.
options were. I just know like Pep wanted Jorginho over Rodri at the time, but Jorginho
Wasn't
picked
no- it
Chelsea
wasn't
because
over
Sarri
Rodri.
was going. So I don't know about the other options. I can't tell you that. All I know is Jorginho or Rodri, and he wanted Jorginho first initially.
So you're saying that he signed Rodri because Jorginho turned him down?
Yes.
No, that's not true.
Exactly.
Okay, where...
We'll never know, will we? We'll never know.
Yeah, we will never know, but
No,
I don't think
I
that
just
is
remember from at the time, Jorginho was either going to Man City or he was going to Chelsea, and he picked Chelsea.
Why, I will say the whole thing with the Jorginho transfer is why City now refuse to do business with Napoli, because they don't want to deal with De Laurentiis.
Jorginho moved in 1890.
An arsehole to deal with anyway.
Right?
So,
No, I know, but I'm saying that whole transfer saga and the whole issues they had with Napoli
18-19. What
is why they refuse now. They refuse to
move the whole season after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what we're saying is we have no
Because
idea.
they were replacing Fernandinho. Like, that's what they were doing.
But the thing is, we have no idea how Jorginho would have played and whether they would have even gone to Rodri for that. We just don't know.
What I'm saying, Man City got lucky but not signing Jorginho in replacement of Fernandinho.
Fernandinho was already there. He's been there since 2013.
No, I'm saying but they were looking to replace Fernandinho.
Right.
Is that,
okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Isn't it that's what Jorginho was going to City for?
Yeah, I can't remember if they did. I don't think they signed anyone that season. I think they just dropped Gundogan.
I think it was in there to replace Gundogan, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think
you wanted competition for Gundogan, who was like the only controlling the team.
I think Chelsea have much bigger issues than just Jorginho, though. But I understand where he's coming from, because a lot of people that blame everything on Jorginho. I don't think Jorginho is like a fucking angel came from above who's just gonna make Chelsea better.
He's not. And
I do
even
think that Chelsea has
everything.
a lot of issues without him. Even without him, there's a lot of issues.
I think Jorginho is not protected enough in the midfield too, especially with the players that we have. But it's like we're so determined to like, he's not. Even when Sarri
it's to protect Kante. It's to protect Kante. That's why.
That comes when we get better centre backs. That comes from getting better centre backs. When we have quick centre backs. No. When we get quick centre backs, we have Koulibaly, Cucurella, and Fofana, for instance. When Thiago Silva retires, they're three quick, rapid centre back. You can play high up. So the way we play now completely transforms because we don't have to sit deep now.
He is Kai.
He's not. He's a left back.
We can play on the halfway line now with Fofana and Koulibaly and Cucurella there. We can play a lot higher up. So we're going to play more attacking football as a result. It's all these little. It's not just get a DM or get this or get that. It's these things have consequences.
I don't mind Jorginho, but for me it's a bit suspicious when you say, "Oh, we need to do this to get the best out of this or the best out of that." Why do we need to cover so much for one player? I don't get it. If he's that good, he can get himself out of the situation. Why do we have to change our system around one player who may or may not be better when we change that system? There's no proof that he's going to be any better.
He's not. Yeah, that's right. He specializes in one thing, and that's what we're using, and we're compensating for everything else.
Yeah.
I think I personally think Jorginho could be useful. You know, in a midfield three, right? Like to control games or to the end of games, like Aubameyang was being used. I think he can definitely do that, right? Or in certain games where you just want to control the game,
run back as well.
You don't have to win, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that. But in the way that we currently play, and I've said this about several players that I like personally as well, and people have disagree with. Like, we have to get rid of certain players if this is what we're going to do. If you have a midfield two, the athleticism has to be there. Like, it's not even an option for it not to be. In the midfield, you have to be athletic. That's just the way it has to be.
But Daniel, you were right about
So who would be your dream next to De Jong? Next to De Jong then?
Is De Jong at Chelsea?
No, he's not.
No, but it sounds like we're going to get him. So who's your dream next to him? His dream partner.
Neither's Fofana either.
De Jong and who? Who's your dream?
What if we take
just kick off from the beginning for me is going to be Rice because the other two not available anymore. They already sold.
No, but you can use who you want because Young's not here yet, so you can have your dream.
I wanted Basuma in the beginning.
The best thing that would happen is the director of football we signed in 1 month finds that player, right? Yeah. Scouts and does the work that finds players like Liverpool does, like City do, getting players like Alvarez.
You want my answer to? Sorry to interrupt, Dan. You want my answer to that question? If I could, if I could get anyone in and I had free reign of getting someone next to De Jong, it's Neves.
Oh, that's hard.
It's Neves and De Jong. Because then as well, in that situation, again, like to get the best out of De Jong, again, like I mentioned at Ajax, is you have someone who can sit when De Jong wants to push, and you have someone who can push when De Jong wants to sit. You have both can go at the same time and both offer something different. De Jong can do the quick little passes and can maybe from time to time do the long range, whereas Neves can definitely hit the long range from time to time. And do the
long range. And he can
sounds like a good partnership.
Have similar level of defensive. The combined
saying it doesn't sound like a good partnership.
The combined
it does. It does.
It does, not for 60 million, which is what they're going to ask for.
Yeah. But that's what we tried to tell you. Hold on a second. Let me ask you, F guy. What's your name, by the way? You have F, so I don't want to say F guy.
Call me Cicada.
Cicada. I'll call you Cicada. So, what do you think will be better partnership, De Jong and Jorginho, or De Jong and Neves?
It's a tough one. Neves is more mobile, younger. I think both. But right now, if you're asking me Champions League final, for instance, who I'm starting, it's definitely Jorginho, De Jong. But in terms of for the future, then
you can make your opinion based on the perfect scenario in one game. Like
of course, I don't know. That's all I can speculate on. If they're all in peak condition and it's the one game that I need to win, who I'm picking, it's going to be Jorginho and De Jong.
That's the problem. That's the problem. I'm not going for Champions League. I'm going for the Premier League top 4. And to get there, I cannot trust Jorginho.
You don't need to. You're not the manager. You don't need to trust Jorginho.
What?
Hey, I want to put Thiago Silva in the DM. Can I pick that? Is that possible? Anyone?
No one's laughing at that.
I will say on this whole topic of midfielders, I will say going back to something Dan said earlier.
Some of them hit, some of them miss. Andrew, what
can I just say, going back to something Dan said earlier? Correct me, I might misquote here and there, but what you said earlier, Dan, about with the options we've got in terms of the way we're looking to play and the options we've got, none of the midfielders we've got at the moment fill me with hope all the way. Because you've got players that are athletic like Kante, but on the ball, I'm sorry, he's just not consistent enough. And there's the injury problem. Kovacic, again, is good enough, but injury problems, you can't trust him for a whole season. Jorginho is good on the ball with the system we want to play, not athletic enough. And same, Gallagher is athletic, not good enough on the ball. And I don't think in deeper areas he works. All the midfielders we've got, I'll be real, in the next 2 or 3 years, I'm moving all of them on potentially.
My thing is this: if Gallagher had less athleticism but more on the ball,
Mount? What about Mount
perfect, right?
As midfielder?
If we don't play 8s. And you're spending 320 million right now. Do you think you're gonna have another 200 to spend to replace all these mids? You're gonna have to sell certain players.
Bro, yeah. How is making all these comments, man? Like, I don't understand. Does De Jong not have balls? Is he not a man, bro? Like, look at these guys. Like, leave comments about this on him. He's like, I want to stay there no matter what. They're literally bullying him out of that club, man.
It's about his woman guy, not him. I think his woman.
But he needs
his mentality doesn't impress me. I'll say that.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of with you on that. My thing was, I think what we did. It is sad. What the problem is by attacking him, fans. I said you doing the wrong. You should go after his girl. If she goes shopping, go after her, because if she will be upset.
Go after anybody, man.
I'm just joking, man. I'm saying
like chase a wife down.
Chase a wife down. That will make him leave, not him.
Like look at the comments from Xavi. Can you put them up? I think somebody posted them in the chat. Like it's sad, man.
That's on. I consider Frenkie important for me. He's in the squad, and that's it. Until August the 31st, we shall see, because the market is still open.
What more indication do you need to tell that you're going to sell someone?
Well,
they're trying to. They're trying to.
He could say like, no, he's not for sale. He's one of our most important. He just literally give no confidence in the guy, man.
He
played them as a center back, man.
But regardless, what else you meant to say?
I mean, I just told you what he could say. He can literally say that he's not for sale. He's important for us, and that's it. He's not gonna say, "Oh, we'll see," because the market is low.
Why are we not going after Neymar?
That is literally not the same thing, Scott. How is that the same thing?
Why are we not going after Neymar?
He's literally just said, "I consider Frenkie important for me," which is what you just said. He just said that.
Read the rest.
Yeah, he said until August 31st, we'll see, because the market is open.
Why are we not going after Neymar? I can answer.
What does that mean?
Saying
Because
he's
he doesn't-
important. He's basically
It
saying
means-
he's important to me until August 31st.
I was going to say until he isn't. He's important to me until he isn't.
Exactly, but that's not the same thing that every manager says.
That's-
They're
no,
doing
that's
So
so-
it's done deal. We're getting him on deadline day. That's a done deal.
Cicada, I can answer
Nah,
you
I'm not
the
waiting for
Neymar
deadline
thing
day, man. Fuck
because
that.
you're not the manager. So does I. Just like
Okay.
answer
Cool.
you. That's why we're not going after Neymar. Because manager doesn't want him.
Same thing with Ronaldo. It's a shame.
Same thing with Ronaldo.
Until
Finger
deadline
crossed.
day.
Neymar would be perfect.
Perfect for what?
Well, you give us
Yeah,
credit.
he better. If we keep the midfield the way it is, he better
Well,
be
don't you
prepared.
rate whoever just said that? What don't you rate Neymar?
So, no,
Nah.
you're right, Neymar.
No,
but
whoever
the
just said no, not you. Who just said who just made a negative?
Yeah, I
so
don't rate Neymar, bro.
You don't rate Neymar. So who would you rather have over him?
Neymar better prepare, go all the way to Jorginho to get the ball from and start driving.
Anyone
off
with
the
anyone with two legs, I guess.
Aubameyang or Neymar? Up front.
Well,
Ooh, that's a hard one.
That's not hard.
For 21 mil, I guess.
Easily, that's
We'll
easy.
take pricing. Can we
Forget
take
the money.
pricing
You're
for
not
that?
paying for it.
What?
Oh yeah, then it's Neymar.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm so
But it's a
glad
close
we-
one.
No, it's not. It's really
My
not.
question is, how does he?
Bro,
who does that-
Neymar's washed. Neymar has been
What?
conditioned to play. Listen, he's been
Get out of
conditioned
here, yeah.
to play in a very easy league, casual, takes time off. This is a massive step up. He's not gonna live out. He's gonna start diving. I don't think he can play at the level.
What?
He likes it
Declare,
nice
I
and
will-
easy.
I will-
Sorry, no, sorry. What you're talking
Declare,
about? Sorry,
you on
sorry. I
by
need to
yourself-
break down
you-
this
you by
entirety of
yourself
what I
on-
just heard. Right? I need to break
On
down
this,
the
you by
entirety of what I
yourself.
just
On
heard.
this, you by
Shocking.
yourself, declare.
You said
Even
he's
though I don't
washed.
like Neymar,
When we
on
watched
this, you by yourself.
Aubameyang, he washed.
Sorry, no,
the-
that's harsh.
off
It was the wrong choice of words. That's why I said he's taking it too easy.
Also, you've mentioned diving. Like, we don't have Sterling in our team. We don't have people like Zaha and others in this league already. You're like, what?
Yeah.
I tell you what,
Did I praise
Sterling is
That's
more
going to be
durable.
Sterling's. Listen, that's going to be Sterling's downfall. If he starts that again, if he gets frustrated with our attackers
Hazard,
and then tries to win
Drogba,
penalties.
Robin, Lampard.
Sterling is more durable than Neymar, to be fair.
Let's go
Sorry,
over
I'm
this
just.
diving. Let's go over this moral diving thing because
Bro, I've heard some of the
If someone
worst
dies in
takes
someone
last
dies
day,
in a
some of
European Cup
the
final,
worst.
VAR don't get it. You are not going to care if we win that by a penalty. So don't give me the diving.
Exactly.
Move on. Come on. Let's not be.
No, the diving is when when something doesn't come off or something gets too rough or like it's a last
Then you
it's a last
dive. It's part
resort
of the game.
of
Then
something
you
to
dive.
stuff up.
It's part of the game. Diving is an art form.
Move on, man.
No, see, Neymar doesn't dive just to win penalty. He dives when he doesn't get his way or he lost
It's
the
an
ball.
art form.
Declared stop.
It's the dark
That's the
arts of
truth of
football.
it.
You got. It's the dark arts of football, man. It's just how it is. Always has been. Always will be.
It's also done in frustration.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
It doesn't matter why it's
Okay,
done.
were you a fan of Diego Costa and all his antics?
Yes.
You did. No, I'm
Yes.
asking Declared. I'm asking
Oh.
Declared. Were you a fan of Diego Costa and all the antics he did as well?
Not all of it. There was some
That is
some
so
antics I didn't like.
I swear, I'm calling bullshit on that.
No,
I'm so calling
I can
He's a
explain
clown.
some of the
He's a
antics.
clown.
Didn't work.
In-game antics, winding up the
Yeah,
opposition.
in-game antics like he would stop,
Yeah.
right, and try to do something. Sometimes he kicked out in frustration as well,
Yeah.
right? So some of the times I didn't like what he did, and some of the times I praised it. So it wasn't completely.
Oh my god! You can't then say
Stop digging.
you don't like diving or something like that.
Shameless.
No. So I'll give this Neymar the same thing. If Neymar did something great and dived because one of the defenders made a mistake and put his leg out, I praise that. Any player, right? But what some players do, especially Neymar is known for, when he does his little tricks and players go in too hard on him, right? Or he stuffs up, then he will dive to try and make up for the stuff up. Now this is called frustration, right? And you see it in some players. And there's some
No,
players that
this is the strangest
there's even a-
anti-Neymar argument I've ever heard.
No, even Sterling. There's a clip.
Neymar argument now?
Hold on, I'll give you a Sterling example. The clip
His
that was going around
anti-Neymar
not long
argument
ago
is that
about how.
he likes diving, but
Hold on, I gotta
Neymar
finish my
dives
point here.
differently. He
I'm
doesn't
talking
like
about
the way
Sterling
Neymar
now.
dives.
I'm going to talk about Sterling because there was a clip not long ago where everyone was saying how, and it was for the national team, how he could have passed so many times, and then Sterling wouldn't pass the ball, kept dribbling down the line, and then he dived. He realizes he realizes he's kind of stuffed up, and then he dived at the end to try to win something when when the opportunity wasn't there. There's different. You said diving is an art form. Diving is also done in frustration from some players, right? Because if they stuff up and they win the free kick, then not all is lost, right? And some players, they do it when they stuff up.
I don't know what your point is here.
You don't know because you never play ball or anything. You don't know. This stuff happens.
Hang on,
Bro, you're getting confused. It's not Aussie rules football, man.
You know what's happening this weekend?
Bro, why are you going after me? Where are you from?
Hang on, Declan. You know what they're doing this weekend?
Yeah, that's not bring
They're
nations
introducing
into
a
it,
drinks
please.
break. Can I have one for Declan, please? So he can go off, get a drink, clear his head, and come back.
so confused.
No, what I said. I also agreed and also pointed out in different forms of that that happens.
Let me give you lifeline, Declan.
Just say you don't like Neymar, bro. Just say you don't like Neymar.
Do you know what I mean?
No. There is a
No, I like Neymar, but if it was like 3-4 years ago, I feel like now he's so conditioned.
Just say you don't like him now. Just
Look.
say you don't like Neymar now.
Look.
And then just move on.
Hold on. At least counter my point. Is Neymar not too soft and conditioned to playing in an easier league and getting so relaxed, right?
Who
that
do you
now,
rather have,
if you ask him
Darwin
to play more games
Nunez
in a
or
harder
Neymar?
league, are you going to get the best out of Neymar? Is that what you're saying?
Declan, what do you mean by conditions?
So he gets all he wants at PSG. He gets days off when he wants. He probably skips out on
He
training.
just doesn't like
right?
Neymar as a person, I think.
Because
more
if
than
we're
a
talking
footballer.
about the strength of different leagues, I mean, we
That's
did
what-
get Thiago Silva from PSG.
Yeah,
I
Declan
was
just
going to
doesn't
say,
like him as a person.
I've said this so many times. Sorry to interrupt, Alex. I've said this so many times about La Liga, and we need to stop disrespecting it because it's the easiest league to transition from.
It's a very physical league.
So you're not saying
People
it's a step up?
underestimate that. It's a very, very physical league.
I'd say, and that's a great point. Is the next most physical league after the Premier League is Ligue 1. So if he can hack it in Ligue 1,
If you've seen some of the chat, and listen, listen. I in some aspects I agree. I think Neymar's dropped off a bit on his own admission that he's dropped off a bit. But some of the tackles that he's had to have, it's just horrendous. They're like Sunday League. They're just literally kicking the guy. I think he's, whether I don't know.
Well, he's trying to lob the ball over their head. I mean, they do the around the world over their head, and he just kicks them.
Look,
you would cheer that. You would cheer that if he came over and done it as Declan.
Yes.
I would cheer that. You know what? I could be proven wrong. If Neymar came and he stepped it up and proved me completely, I'll love it. I just don't think he will. I think he would get frustrated. He won't get. I mean, he's going to come to a harder league. He probably has to take a pay cut because we're not going to pay him the same money, right? He's not going to get the days off. Yeah, he's not going to get the days off that he gets, right?
I can't believe we're debating a player and you're talking about days off. Like, just say you don't like the player. Let's move on.
I just want to try.
Bro, you couldn't count. But you couldn't count anything I said. You just said,
Bro,
well,
you're talking
you don't
about
like
he wants
Neymar,
days off.
and you came here and you said we don't like Jorginho, and that's why.
What are you?
And you couldn't count any points.
Are you his PA?
Are you Jorginho's PA?
Well, do you wear a skirt?
Are you Jorginho's PA? Because that's all you've done.
What is
Hello?
I don't understand.
Jorginho. Are you Jorginho's stand?
Listen. Let's just stop talking about Neymar. Do you know what I mean?
Can you explain why Jorginho is not signing for us?
I don't like.
And what are you going to do when Jorginho leaves, bro? He's got 1 year, hasn't signed yet.
Declare. Just admit you took the biggest L, actually.
Look.
On what?
Hold on. Declare. Just a second. Just 1 second. Can I say? Let me say something.
Everyone's just like you can't criticize. Apparently, you can't criticize Neymar, right?
No,
and we'll see if he can do it.
It's the points you use to.
But you can criticize Ronaldo. That's all right, I guess.
No, Declare. Again, you can criticize Neymar. That's fair enough. But it was the points you used to criticize him. You use diving when this league is full of divers, and we've had plenty of divers at this club.
No, there's a few points that I made before the diving.
Like the other points you like, I understand, right? You might not want Neymar at the club, and there are points you can use to like debate it, but the points you used were horrible.
You could have said that.
Because as a footballer, because as a footballer, he's world class, yeah.
Declare.
But I don't think he'll be world class if he came to the Premier League.
Can I say
Does
something?
that make sense?
Andrew's
Just be quiet, Declan.
Andrew's having a me moment when Jester mentioned about Rice not being able to defend earlier.
I know.
It's just so.
When Jester, it's exactly what it is. Like Jester said.
Just take it L, move on.
It's like going around the house
By the way,
with your car when your garage door's open, man. Just go in. And
look. Declare, if you would have said that you don't like Neymar in our team because he's a little bit drama queen, everybody probably would agree with you. But when you start to saying about his football ability and what it is, that's when
No, I didn't mention football ability.
Hold on.
He didn't mention football ability, to be fair.
No. Like ability as well.
Yeah, it was about his.
On the football
It was about
pitch.
his days off.
And his
What
diving.
Yeah, the diving thing.
Yeah,
I think. Ah, fuck's sake.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be the player he will be. That's
quiet for a second. What Declare tried to say, that the players sometimes, when they try to do all the stepovers and it doesn't work, they fall down and scream for foul to make excuse that something that they didn't do it. I've done it. For example, if I messed up, I will fake the fucking injury like I hurt or something. Like that's the reason I messed up. You see what I'm saying? Players do that. Declare, but to blame the guy for it, like that's what he does all the time. It's mad.
As a reason you don't want him. Like, what the hell is
especially is the reason you don't want him.
The reason I brought up because
he's a diva.
No. The reason I brought up the diving is because people were saying, when we were first linked to him, everyone said he doesn't do that no more, right? Then what I know, Neymar, great player, but in frustration. Just like you described, I played too. I did the same thing, right? If I stuffed up, I'll try win a free kick, right? But in frustration, he would bring that back, that bad habit that he had, right? Of diving when he didn't get his way, right? Or someone was too hard in that, and you'd see an increase and you'd see a bit more, right? And then
you do the same.
And then there's add on heaps of other complaints in that. I think that the level that he's going to step up on.
What's the other complaints?
He had days off.
I don't think he'll step up and work hard. That's what I believe. But he's a great player. If he does,
so you need a presser.
No, it's not that. I think Neymar
Yeah,
can. I do get what his point is about the mentality thing. I think his mentality is questionable at times, and I would agree with you if there was any other manager at Chelsea apart from Tuchel, because I think we've seen Tuchel has managed to he's managed to keep him motivated. He kept him motivated the entire season. Don't know how. Don't know what he did.
Oh, I can
but
tell
he
you
managed
how.
to keep him motivated the entire season.
He likes to express himself.
Exactly. And if there was any other manager, fair enough. I'd be like, yeah, maybe he can't motivate him. But with Tuchel, I think he can.
Yeah, because he literally gives him to express himself up front. That's what he likes, actually.
Yeah, I know why Declare doesn't like him. Neymar was on the stream a week ago, and someone was typing in the background, and he told him to fuck off.
Fucking what? Sorry, what is that comment?
Declared is that guy who hates his neighbor because they have a mango tree.
What?
Oh my
This
God.
guy loves his mangoes.
Hold on,
God
what
forbid
comment?
He has too many mangoes.
The one he just read out. The one about the
CNF. Big up Arton saying, based on last week, do Mount and Kai start this week? Because we didn't bring in any other attackers, sadly they probably do. Which I don't like, but we move.
Oh
It is what it is.
Oh, I thought he said deserve. I was going to say they don't deserve.
No,
to
they
start,
don't
but
deserve to, but they still will.
So does no one think that Aubameyang will get 20 Premier League goals this season?
No.
If he comes Chelsea.
He has a better chance than any of our other forwards, so I'll say that.
I feel that he do.
He has a better chance, but he's not going to get it.
Why is that? Why is that?
The
Because
creation.
we don't have a lot of creativity.
But if we get De Jong, if we get De Jong,
if
we get De Jong,
There's no creativity in the midfield or the
if we get
attack.
De Jong, if we
It's
get De
still not
Jong,
good enough.
and
It's still not good enough with
you
just
still
De
need
Jong.
more though. You can't have one single creative outlet in the center, and that's
Because Jorginho is still in the middle.
Question: what does everyone think Sterling's output will be? Goal output.
Hey, welcome, Prime.
I think good. I think very good.
Depends on who plays up front with him.
If you get a
No,
Aubameyang, I think very
assuming it's
good.
the current.
Yeah,
this
if
current
Aubameyang
team-
comes in, it gets better.
This current team, because I don't think we're signing any more players realistically. This current team, this current squad. Sorry, what do you think Sterling's Premier League goal output will be this season?
Third or fourth highest in the league.
Top goal scorer.
No. I thought you meant overall squad numbers.
No. What would
Who do you think our top goal scorer is going to be right now? Jorginho.
No. Sterling definitely.
Broja can score 10 goals. I think.
Edgy Lewis. Look at him.
No, but
not disrespect.
The thing is, yeah, I think Sterling will get like.
I can't say any of our attackers. No, Sterling. We need a number 9.
Jorginho on the penalty. All the Sterling penalties, all the dives the Sterling does declare.
The thing is, Lewis. I think Sterling's getting between 8 to 10 goals, based on purely because of how bad our creation is.
What about if we get the
more reason that could be Jorginho on penalty?
But that's why I'm asking you guys. What do you think Sterling's Premier League goal out? What do you think Sterling's Premier League goal output will be this season?
Well, if with the same attack, we'd be lucky if he gets 10.
17. I think 17. 17 if we get Aubameyang and De Jong.
With Aubameyang, yeah, I could see 15.
17 Prem goals.
Yeah, but again, we don't have Aubameyang right now.
Yeah, but it's looking very likely that we're going to get De Jong and one more attacker
that does
of some
not look
kind.
anything like.
Oh yeah, you're already talking about that.
You're making assumptions. I'm only looking at things as
Of course,
right now.
we're all making assumptions, but that looks like the most likely assumption to make. That De Jong is going to be in our midfield.
Any assumptions because we say nobody's coming.
We didn't get him.
No. But of course, people are coming. We're going to get at least another centre back, another midfielder, and another attacker. We know that. There's 3 weeks left. So we know we're in for De Jong. We know we're in for if we don't get De Jong, they'll probably go and sign that Nunes from Matheus Nunes from Sporting Lisbon, who we apparently contacted earlier in the summer. So that's another alternative who would fit straight in.
Is he a Jorginho replacement?
He could play with Jorginho, but he's more in the mould. He's a hybrid between Kovacic and Jorginho.
Declared you wouldn't like him. He dives a lot.
No, he's a tank.
No, he had a day off. He had 2 days off. He had 2 days off last year.
He'll make other people dive.
Yeah, 2 days off.
And he's got a mango tree as well.
But I don't think you're.
I love mangoes.
We already created the third most chances in the league last year. Fourth most created chances, and we scored the third most goals. So add in De Jong, who's going to be a creative attacker, who's going to be not only getting the assist. He's not only going to be getting the final assist. He's going to be creating in the middle. So he'll be the pass before the assist. So you're going to have all that creativity added, and with another goal scorer. If we get Aubameyang there, and with Sterling there.
It's not the creation issue, it's the finishing. It's the finishing.
But now you're changing it. It was creation before. It was just creation.
Said that. No, it's not me. I've always said it's not a creation. Some other guys may think differently, but I've always said creation is not an issue. It's always been the converting the chances. The converting the chances.
Oh, Andrew,
I'm amazed we scored 76 goals last season.
Andrew, it's both.
Third most.
I'll say it's both, but most of the percentage on finishing.
More than Spurs, who had Kane and Son. Son was top scorer, and Kane scored 20 goals.
I said this last week. There was a stat when we drew 3 or 4 games in a row where we had like 70 odd shots.
There's 21 chances in one game.
Yeah, against Burnley, right?
When people mention
Aubameyang and Sterling, but they're going to elevate us.
When you mention it's more than Spurs and stuff, like they aren't the bar. Who cares about Spurs?
What do you mean?
They are not the bar. You mentioned it's more than Spurs. Who cares? They're not the bar.
Who said it's more than Spurs?
You said it's more than Spurs, or someone else did it on just now. Like if you
Darth Vader over here, like no.
Like who cares about Spurs? The bar is like we're looking at Man City, Liverpool, and how much they score. And
no, of course, but no. The point I'm making is you don't. Tottenham have 2 proven Premier League goal scorers that are getting 20 goals a season in the Prem alone, but the point I'm making is they still scored less goals than us. So with us, we score a lot. We share. So with us, we share. Listen to me. Listen to me. With Chelsea, but the point I'm making is with Chelsea, we share goals around the team. Our wing backs, our defenders, not really so much our midfielders. But also, if you add in Sterling now and Aubameyang, potentially, with Mount in behind, that you're getting goals. Mount's going to improve. He's already got a lot of goals. Havertz, I think it will be Mount and Havertz playing behind the 2 strikers. They'll be fighting out for that spot. And I think it will be Aubameyang and Sterling with Kai or Mount in behind.
Probably Mount.
Can I just say, if we have Mount and Kai as our 10s, we're in fucking trouble.
Oh yeah, still, but it's gonna have to be one or the other.
But the thing is,
Mount.
it's not a long, maybe not a long term, but they get out, at least Mount. He gets output. He gets a lot of output in terms of goals and assists. You can't doubt
Mount
that.
can at least give you some sort of consistency at the very least.
Yeah, he guarantees at least goals and assists. Like that's pretty much what he's proven now for the past few years. I'm not the biggest. He's not the greatest, but you can't doubt that about Mount. Like he bangs in goals.
Again, not consistently, but he does get you the numbers at the very least, which I can at least give him credit for that. Even though I do still think we need to see a bit more consistency if we can pull him into the world-class bracket. I don't think he's there
He's not
yet.
world-class yet. No way. No way.
Yeah, no chance. But like, there'll still be fans that will tell you that, but no chance.
But I could see him being like a Muller, like someone like a Muller who's just in the sense that people look at Muller as he's not that great. He's not that great, but he gets goals. He always he's
sorry, no. What? Sorry, no.
Muller's only been rated in the past few years. Muller has only been rated in the past few years. Muller has only been rated in the last few years. Let's be real in terms of universally. People used to call Muller flop, or he's boring. He's got no technique.
No one called Muller a flop. Stop waffling.
I was going to say, I'm adding this to the list of awful takes I've heard over the last couple of days. What is that take? Muller has so much more technical ability than both of the other two players you've just told me about. What am I hearing?
Mount is 10 years younger.
You just told me he can become Muller because
I never said in the same player. I said in the way they're seen. They're not the best. They're not the.
Let's relax.
The point I'm making is what I'm saying is that in the sense that when you look at a Mount or you look at a Muller, you don't put them in the bracket of a Neymar of a top, the world class in that position. You don't put them in there, but if Muller, for instance. He's only got there because of his goals. If he didn't get all the goals and assists, as an all-round player, people wouldn't be talking about him in the same breath. They wouldn't. It's only the goals that put him in that bracket. That's a fact. Goals and assists. And if you can consistently put that over a 5-10 year period, you're going to be seen as a great, regardless.
I haven't really heard a lot of slander on Muller personally, but it is what it is.
What to say.
Boy, 2.5 hours. You know what? It is probably that time of the stream. Go on, Brian.
We talk about how Frank is going to smoke the Gerrard pack tomorrow.
He wants to smoke what of Gerrard's?
Well, no, wait. Forget that. Prime bring Lampard prop.
Villa play Everton. No, bro, Gerrard's a bum, so Frank's beating him. Let's go.
But you don't rate Lampard either. If anything, you're
I
very
don't
harsh
rate
on Lampard.
I don't rate Gerrard.
You're a disgrace, Prime. You flip-flopper.
Literally,
It's not even
it's good to see you give our legends, our captain, leader legend, Frank Lampard, some praise.
And what?
Way overdue.
And what?
It's good to see you give our legend Frank Lampard some praise. It is well overdue, my friend.
I mean, if you're calling
Stop
praise,
fishing for him to slander Lampard, Lewis.
What?
Or if you fish for him to slander Lampard one more time, we'll talk about how
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, Mr. Innocent.
I'm not fishing for nothing. I'm just surprised.
Fish for it one more time. I'm gonna talk about Hazard.
Me,
Hey,
I'm not.
Lewis,
I'm not a
Lewis,
fisherman. I'm
Lewis,
not a fisherman.
if you're saying it's Lampard pop because I'm
Alright,
saying
Lewis, we're gonna talk about Hazard soon.
Whatever helps you, bro.
Hey, Daniel, you got to feel sorry.
We can
for
talk
Lewis.
about Hazard. Still be our most creative.
Daniel,
player.
you got to feel sorry for Lewis because it's part of his income's now gone. The class have not been on streams, so so he's got.
You know what? Pastor went back to school.
Fair
He
enough.
needs it, man.
I've lost Christensen, Nathaniel, and Klasref in one side.
Nathaniel's gone.
Yes!
Right.
What a shame.
Nathaniel's not going. He's gonna be back, the little fucking rat.
He's on this summer holiday.
What I
I think
don't
he'll be on when
understand.
Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Oh, I can't even lie. This stream has cheered me up so much today.
This stream has been
He'll be
unbelievable.
back. He'll be back. He always comes.
Unbelievable.
My confusion with what's his name with Prime is, I understand you can talk bad about Lampard when he's our manager because it's our team, but he already left. Let it go, man.
No, you let it go. Let's stop talking about it before slander starts and I have to start firing.
I see the way it annoys Chans and I find it funny, so I'll do what I want. Thanks, though.
I do what I want.
Fair enough. Right. Well, we've been going for nearly
What do you
3
really,
hours.
really
I do think
want?
now is the time to end the stream. Everyone, head over to Lawrence's channel because Lawrence is live previewing the Tottenham game. So everyone who wanted to hear about that, check out Lawrence's stream. We'll be talking about Tottenham on tomorrow's live.
Yep.
So yeah, big up everyone. Like and subscribe. And as always, up the Chelsea.